All right, everybody, welcome to the Penumbral Pact side quest. The West is still wild. Um, you have all been called by the Cassidy family to Texas, um, and you have been ushered to their mansion right outside of Austin, um, and that's where we'll begin.
Nice.
Um, Yeah, it's kind of like this big, slightly dilapidated, but still very functional, historic Texas mansion. Um, and once you come inside, there's kind of like a nice living room with some gaudy furniture. And sitting by the fire is Matthew Cassidy.
Oh,
Um,
hey, Ian, sorry to interrupt, but just want to remind you about character introductions.
oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's yeah, apologies. Let's do that. Let's do that right now. Um, do you want to start,
Sure.
Joshua?
So, I'm Joshua Benton. I've trained all my life to uphold the Penumbral Pact. House Benton is one of the oldest hunting families of North America and certainly the most esteemed. When it comes to pact breakers, my motto is leave nothing but ashes.
I feel like you've been looking forward to that one for weeks. Very nice.
Um, cool. Who
Uh,
wants to go next?
I can go ahead. I'm Solomon Balin. I am a spell slinger and the owner of Espresso, the cafe and magic shop in San Francisco. And yeah, that's it.
Awesome.
Okay.
Izzy?
Yeah. I'm Isabella the Monstrous, or Izzy for short. I I'm pretty new to all this. I'm a lich. I have been a lich for under a year. Still finding my bearings with that. But hey, being undead beats being dying. So, uh, t- yeah, all good for me. I'm still getting used to this whole active magic use thing. So that should be fun.
Very nice. And Chloe?
Yes, so I am Chloe. I am sort of an independent researcher. Chloe is something of an agent, but no one really knows that. So as far as everyone knows, she's just like an independent researcher. She goes out, does things on her own, learns about monsters. She's very, very fascinated and has always been. And she's kind of excited to be in Texas.
All right. Excellent. Great. Well, let me get back into the story then. I'm sorry that I forgot the character
Oh,
introductions, guys.
no
It's all good.
worries.
All
It's
good.
fine.
So yeah, you're here at the mansion of the Cassidy family. Um, they are a one of the less old hunting families. Um, they got their money kind of in the Wild West in the turn of the century. Um, and so many of the other hunting families, the Bentons and whatnot, are I think thousands of years old. So, um, but yeah, Matthew Cassidy ushers you in. Chase Cassidy's kind of in the corner. He's very quiet type. He's kind of eyeing you over. He's pretty seems pretty skeptical. Um, but Matthew Cassidy's a very friendly fella. He's got a drink in his hand, and his cheeks are red, and he's sitting by the fire, and he immediately greets you. Um, he says, "Howdy, howdy, welcome. Make yourselves at home." Now, I'll cut right to the chase. I've invited y'all here to help us deal with a little problem we got. A week or so ago, we started tracking some sort of beast across the suburbs of Austin. We had just figured out its path when it headed into the Devil's Backbone, an area in which we have no jurisdiction. You see, long ago when we started hunting the paranormal in the great state of Texas, tension started to rise between the Cassidy family and the Kickapoo traditional tribe of Texas. A good deal of the paranormal activity here stems from the spirits of their ancestors, and they're of the mind that no one but their people should be able to put those spirits to rest. So we had two choices: sign a treaty that we wouldn't hunt the Devil's Backbone or any lands south of it, or face an all out war that would expose us in a way that would break the Penumbral Pact. So you see now why discretion is important here. I don't care if you get the Kickapoo's permission or you just go in guns blazing, but they cannot find out that it was that you were hired by us.
Understood.
Shouldn't be too hard.
Quick question. Do you have any lemonade?
Oh, sure. Boy, get this nice little girl a lemonade. Well, what's that? What's that mask you got there, sweetheart?
Oh, it's just an old thing I got at some shop. It's better this way. It's fine.
It's her favorite Pokemon.
Fair enough.
I look very offended at that, which nobody can see because I'm wearing a mask.
All right. Well, y'all got any questions?
What sort of beast are we talking about? What? Tell us more about that.
Unfortunately, we weren't able to discern a whole heck of a lot about the beast itself. It attacks pretty rarely, um, and we've only even known about it for a week or so. Um, and like I said before, we were able to move to intercept it. It kind of got outside of our range.
What sort of
Um,
attacks does it use? What does it leave behind? How are the victims affected?
at this point, Chase kind of clears his throat um, in a very meaningful way, and he says, "You going to tell him about the claw marks?" And Matthew says, "Oh, all right. Well, yeah. I mean, all the houses it's attacked have had claw marks on the door, but I don't know that that really tells you much. Uh, could be anything from werewolf to Wendigo with claw marks on the door. But I'll tell you what we did leave for you. The last house that it attacked, we haven't done any investigating there. So why don't you go on down there and see what they have to say?"
Sure thing. Is this in Kickapoo territory?
No, the house that was attacked last is in Canyon Lake, which is outside of the Kickapoo territory.
Is
Hmm.
there a contact within the Kickapoo that we can ask permission for if we do need to enter their territory to investigate this?
Yeah, if you'd like to get permission, the uh, the Kickapoo are based right down by the border. It would take you a little bit of time to get down there and back, but the chairman Gonzalez should be pretty receptive to you guys, and it might take some convincing to get that permission, but he's always willing to take an audience.
As long as we don't mention a connection with the Cassidys. Correct.
Exactly.
Hmm.
Okay.
Duly noted.
Yeah, sure. I don't have any more
Let's check it
questions.
out.
Yeah, let's check that place out.
Uh, Yeah, yeah. Let's check out the house. Absolutely.
Oh, one thing before we go though, um, who is the most recent victim? Are they available
Or alive, even.
or alive even? Yeah.
Um, well, the most recent victim was actually abducted. The so you'll have to talk to his wife there in Canyon Lake.
Okay. This was the most recent you said?
Um, yes, yes, absolutely.
All right. I was wondering if there was going to be a slide and everything, so yeah. Nice
Yeah, sorry
avatars
about that.
there.
I thought I moved the player thing, but I definitely did not. I'm sorry about that. Um, okay.
Well, let's have a look then.
So before we move on to Canyon Lake, I just want to show you guys the map of the region. Um,
Ooh, a map.
so as you see, the mansion is up in the north east corner of near Austin, and the Devil's Backbone is just south of it, and the
Oh.
Kickapoo tribe is all the way down there on the south end of the map.
Okay.
Hmm.
Um,
Alrighty.
so once you arrive in Canyon Lake, you see it's kind of like it's a suburb. It's not like a super well-to-do area, but there's kind of a lot of houses out in some like um, rough Texas foliage. Um, but yeah, you arrive at the house of Helen Thistle.
Cool. Um.
I'm thinking
Ah,
this might
wait. Did we ask how much she knows about all this?
right. I was thinking it might be good for Chloe to, do her thing and act like an official investigator sort of deal.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I can definitely do that. So does anybody want with me or do I go with?
Sure. I'm thinking Joshua. I mean, he's also used to doing stuff like this, so maybe he can
Hmm.
be acting like your um, assistant or partner or something.
Yeah.
So, could I
Okay.
do an act under pressure role to kind of, you know, disguise myself as something of that nature, law enforcement?
Sure. Yeah.
All right.
Ooh.
So that does not give you a help or assistance.
Okay.
Sorry.
It's okay. We tried. All right. So I'm gonna walk up to I guess just the front door and just knock.
A woman comes to the door, and she looks at you with kind of a confused look, and she says, "Hello."
Sorry. Do we know her name?
Uh, yeah, they would have told you her name is
Hmm.
Helen Thistle.
All right. So when she comes to the door, I'm just like, "Are you Miss Thistle?"
Yeah, that's me. Who are you?
My name is Chloe. Let me see. I'm a Secret Service, not Secret Service. Hold on, sorry guys. My name is Chloe. Um, I'm an agent, and I have a few questions about a few disappearances recently.
Well, I mean, I already talked to the police. What what are
We're
you?
something,
Who are you with?
somewhere different than the police. Do you mind if we come in?
Um, she seems kind of distrustful of you.
Hmm.
Roll, I guess, manipulate someone.
Okay, give me just a moment. Sorry, my roll 20 is being very slow right now.
No problem.
Actually, do you mind if I refresh it?
No,
Yeah.
go ahead.
I'm thinking I probably stayed back in the car because like this whole we are law enforcement thing doesn't really work out when you have like this very clear minor with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's sipping on
Um,
lemonade in the back seat.
yeah. And
they
my
they
plan is,
they
oh yeah. Hmm?
they wouldn't have had sippy cups, so you have like a weirdly gaudy glass like that they just get let you take.
I just took that. All right.
It's an empty vodka bottle.
It's
This little kid sipping on gin and juice.
Mm, good shit. And yeah, my plan is like as soon as everybody's inside, I'm gonna hop out of the car and start drawing weird symbols in the driveway to like get maybe see if I can get like a read on some auras that exist around
And
here.
I get to watch you very amused.
Yeah, get to make fun of me. Mm, do you think if we tried to do a voice chat in Roll20 that would work better?
Normally it doesn't.
Mhm.
Mm,
It actually would make it worse because it puts more resources on the Roll20 side. So if Chloe's already having issues with that.
oh, yeah. Well, let's hope the situation improves.
Well,
Ah, what can you do to fix the connection? Oh.
I'll go ahead and cut the recording here and I'll start it back up when she's back.
all right. So Chloe was rolling manipulate someone, right?
yes. Rolling manipulate someone
Plus charm.
plus charm. Oh, fantastic! I have a -1.
What? Okay. Why did we let Chloe take the lead again?
Let's see.
Ooh.
Okay.
Well, I'm curious. Like, would it be? It's not so much she's trying to charm; she's trying to kind of act under pressure to.
Yeah.
Uh,
Could I do act under pressure and like roll cool instead, or not?
Um.
Does your agency profile give you recognized authority?
Yeah. Is there any like move you have that would?
Um,
Like you
just
get.
deal with the agency, but that wouldn't apply here.
Oh,
Okay. Yeah. I guess I could allow act under pressure instead. That'd be fine.
Okay.
well, since we already made the roll, we could just take that result, right? Because
Yeah,
you would
I'm
get
fine
a.
with that.
Would that be enough though?
no, I don't think so.
No.
Well, because instead of a -1, it would be a +2, which would be +3. Oh, yeah, yeah, because then it would just be a 6.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, we still
yeah.
failed. Okay. Well, what are some other options, guys? Because she definitely is not believing
She
this.
doesn't like Chloe. Hmm.
Well, let's see what she actually does.
Yeah. She says just like she shakes her head. She's like, "Look, I already gave my story to the police. I'm not interested in talking to anybody else. It's been a it's been a hard couple of days for us."
Ma'am, I totally understand that. And would it be okay if we just took a look at the marks on the door? Because Josh was looking at the scratches.
Um, she says, "Yeah, yeah, that'd be fine, but you're not coming in. Just do what you need to do and go on."
Understood,
Okay.
ma'am. We're sorry to have taken your time. So I'm going to wait until she actually goes back inside, but when she
Hmm.
does, I'm going to put my hands like kind of fitting them right by the claws,
Hmm.
and I'm going to do this. So I'm going to using some magic here. and it will be to investigate a mystery.
Okay.
Cool. So when you touch the claw marks on the door, um, you hear um you hear sort of screeching. Um you hear a myriad of different sounds. There's some screeching. Um, you hear, oddly enough, some whistling,
Hmm.
um, and a baby crying. Um, but yeah, you most of the sound is like a screeching of like a bird of some sort.
Okay, I'm recounting all of this exactly as you're stating it. This is some
Okay.
weird stuff.
This is very strange.
So with that, let's see. Let me see what holds I want to use on this. Do, 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 do. All right. So, I get to hold two. So I'll ask right now, what sort of creature is it? If I can ask that. If not, then I'll do something else.
Um, yeah, I mean, so with what kind of creature is it? Basically, you can tell it's something, um, some sort of a bird hybrid creature. Um, and I think okay, yeah. So this is what I'll say that due to your expertise, you can kind of put together the pieces that this is a creature called a lechuza. Um, so it's basically a big like a owl beast
Oh,
that
like
can mimic human noises to lure its prey.
yikes, like an owl bear or something, huh?
That's terrifying.
Okay.
It's more of like an owl harpy, like
Okay.
and you probably also would know that it's this particular beast is created when someone's spirit becomes so resentful and angry that their soul like warps them into this.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess that's a good
Jeez.
segue into my second hold that I like to use is what actually happened here.
Um, when the sounds that you're hearing kind of clear up and kind of find more clarity, you you hear um, you hear that the man of this house came outside when the creature was mimicking a crying child,
Oh,
and it grabbed him and carried him off.
okay, but it definitely didn't kill him,
Or at least,
or
No,
yeah.
we're just not sure.
right,
Okay,
not yeah. There's no like body here,
okay.
so yeah, it just carried him off.
And I'm just curious, as a with my hands on these claw marks, I mean, are there five claws? You know, that like corresponding to a human hand type of thing?
No, I think that most of them are no, they're like three. There's three
Ah,
claws.
okay. Or like talons. Okay.
Hmm. Well, I guess now that the jig is up anyway, I can also just walk over with my lemonade. So what you find?
This is something from wow. I remember reading about this in the Benton Library, a lechuza, but it had to have left tracks, and I'm starting to look around. Not necessarily a roll, but if someone else wants to roll it. But I'm looking to see, we knew this thing was here and it ran off and it was carrying someone, so it had to have left at least some depressions on the ground, right?
Unless it flew.
Oh, unless it flew.
It
Yeah, bird
grew.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are there feathers anywhere, actually?
Ooh.
Yeah. I mean, you rolled investigate a mystery already and rolled really well. So yeah, there's probably a feather or two kind of blown into the bushes or something, um, but still around.
So I take hold of the feather and I turn over to Solomon and say, Solomon, do you think that you could create a spell to try to track this thing using one of its feathers?
We probably could. The difficulty is sometimes things with beasts that I haven't heard of. It sometimes goes a little bit awry, but we can give it a shot. Let's do that.
Oh, and by the way, just to give some background between the connection between Joshua and Solomon, Joshua actually killed Solomon's ex-girlfriend.
Oh
But
shit! Right.
yeah, so this is one of
Does
those things.
Solomon
But
know this?
yeah,
Yeah,
Solomon knows,
I was
Joshua
present.
doesn't.
Oh,
Mhm.
gotcha.
Solomon
Oh, I
was right
forgot.
there.
I
Also,
was right there.
I feel the word killed is kind of a euphemism for what
There,
happened there.
in traditional Joshua fashion, burnt to a crisp is probably a good way to put it. Um,
Oh.
but yes, that definitely happened. However, I think for the sake of, in his mind, upholding the pact, and in my mind, keeping people from the temptation of removing consent and the ability to consent via love potions.
Yeah,
I
it
think
was a
it was
serious deal. Yeah,
a pretty serious thing. And well, okay, I won't go into too much detail, but sorry for another time. But that happened. That
yeah.
definitely happened.
Just as a little angle, because Josh was totally friendly with Solomon and thinks everything is fine and has no idea all, this other angle there. So,
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
and
yeah.
maybe even,
Also,
oh, go ahead.
hmm? I was getting back to the game. If there's something else you want to get out of the way first, maybe we'll
Oh,
do
I was
that
just going to
first.
say, as I hand him the feather, I just say, if you can find it and track it down, then let's make sure to burn it.
Oh God.
I wince ever so like it's
Oh,
almost unnoticeable to the majority of people present, but
Yeah.
there's a definite wince there.
Mm.
great.
Hey Solomon, let me give you a hand with that. You need some candles. I got so many candles in here, and I slapped my backpack.
Oh, you
Boy.
should understand that a good wizard, spellslinger, anyone of the sort always comes prepared. But you know what? We'll do this as a good learning lesson. We'll have class today. You want to have class today?
I mean, sure, if it's magic class and not fucking math.
Yeah, it's not math. It's not math,
Chloe
but
wants
math
to
is
see
great.
this.
It's not math.
I
All
wonder if
right.
Izzy would carry around 14 candles because she knows that she'll never have a real birthday again.
Oh no.
Ooh.
Still got that moldy old cake in there.
Oh, God.
Yuck.
All right.
Yuck, indeed.
So what we're gonna do is we are going to put down a few candles, 4 to be exact, and we're gonna put
Mhm.
them in the sort of shape of 4 points of a square, but we're gonna draw a circle around it so it looks like a compass. Okay.
Quick question. Are we just doing her front yard?
That's a good
Oh,
question.
that's a very good point.
Yeah, let's
Very good
This
point.
is maybe
see.
like-
This is why we have Chloe around. Like, guys.
I was
Chloe
so
says,
caught up
"Hey, should we
teaching
go get a
class.
car?"
I completely forgot. Goodness me.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you for that, Chloe. I
Yeah,
appreciate that
no
that
problem.
reminder. I made
All
it.
right, this is like that time when CPS came around and I was doing black magic in my bedroom. That didn't go so well.
A pentagram with a teddy bear in the middle.
Oh no,
Chloe
it was
is.
a picture of the class bully.
Ooh,
Oh,
Oh, there
yikes.
you go.
I think Chloe wants to talk to you some more when this is over. He's just
I'm not saying
fascinated.
it's a bad thing. Okay, well, in that case, what form of vehicle did we get here in?
Let's say that we got
th-
in a big ass SUV that we borrowed from
Yeah,
the
it's
Cassidys.
Texas.
Yeah,
yeah,
like
Okay,
big.
Gotta
like
blend
maybe
in.
You just
maybe even
lift
like a
it.
Hummer, like a
Ooh.
Hummer H1, like one of the really
Oh
military
yeah.
looking
But on the
ones.
grill, it's got to have these big ass longhorns.
Oh.
Yes, absolutely, 100%,
Jesus.
100%.
maximum Texan mode engage. All right.
All right, it's Texas. We can probably just, drive off to some patched desert somewhere.
Oh yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Well, I was thinking we could even try and do this in the presumably tinted windowed vehicle.
Yeah, yeah, right in the. It's so large, so.
Right there, easy enough.
Fair
Um,
enough.
so we're put the candles in a square, right? And then we're gonna draw a circle in between each one, and each one is gonna be, a different cardinal point. And then we're gonna have. Do you have a little necklace or some sort of metal object on the end of a chain?
Yeah, I have a pendulum that I
Oh,
use for
perfect.
specifically this kind of stuff.
That's exactly what we need. All right. Well, from there, we're going to uh, use the feather in the center on the bottom, right there in the middle of the circle, and
Hmm.
then use some of this. And I pull out a little. It's a little vial. It smells vaguely of.
Does it smell
Uh,
vile?
I was gonna say
Nice.
yes, actually. It doesn't smell great, is the point. And oh gosh, drum roll, please. Um, and it smells very acrid. It's not a pleasant smell at all. Don't ask what's in it. You don't want to know is the short version, but it's nothing illegal. I can tell you that. So we're gonna put a little bit of this on the feather,
Hey,
right?
how
Yeah.
about you
Mhm.
let me do this? Because I learn best by doing, and you just
Exactly. No, you're. I'm,
just
I'm,
give
I'm
me that.
telling you
Give me
how
that.
to do this. I'm telling you what to do. This is class. It's a practical learning class on the job. You're learning.
Nice.
That's
All
that's the
right.
whole point here. So you're gonna
Chloe's
Cool.
put it
Yeah.
on
taking
the
notes.
feather, and then we're gonna chant a little spell, and then our pendulum is gonna point us in the direction that we need to go.
Cool beans.
Cool beans.
All right.
Okay, so I guess you roll assist then,
Exactly. What do I have to roll for
which is
assist?
good because I just remembered that I am terrible at that.
Oh.
Okay. What do I have to roll for assist again? I always forget.
Help out
Cool.
is plus cool. Yeah,
Okay.
Nice.
Nice.
that'll work.
So
Mhm.
that's a +1, which I'm not gonna factor into this roll, but so it's a 12. Oh.
Great.
Nice.
Um, Wait,
So
is this even use magic or is this actually more investigate a mystery?
Well, we're
For
doing a
which I would have to
specific.
roll sharp.
We're doing a specific spell here with the feather tracking.
Mm-hmm.
So
Oh, is there a spell for
um,
that?
Yeah. Here's your spell.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I think it works. I mean, it absolutely works. The feather sort of. I like to imagine that you guys were like putting the candles on like the console in between the seats or whatever, and
Mm-hmm.
the feather on it sort of starts to glow, and on the pentagram the feather starts to glow and kind of levitate, and like so now it's like pointing in a specific direction, like it's a magical GPS of sorts.
Okay. I'll start up the Hummer and start in the direction that it's pointing us to.
Ah, nice. It worked.
Good job.
Great job,
Great.
guys.
I'm stuck taking notes in a little pink notebook that I have.
And actually, Joshua is going to grab hold of the lemonade cup and kind of like do the dad like handoff to the back seat for Izzy, which is significant because Joshua is usually not very nice to monsters, but maybe because of Izzy's age and the fact that she did a good
Hmm.
job, that's his way of, or my way of showing appreciation. So there's your lemonade.
Nice.
Hell yeah, more lemonade.
Oh, can I also say that Chloe brought sunglasses for everyone?
Oh, thank you.
Oh,
Yeah,
perfect.
everyone is rocking some like really nice like Texas.
Nice.
Yeah,
um
cool.
so you get on the roads, and then eventually the highway, and you start to realize that it's definitely bringing you to the Devil's Backbone area,
Hmm.
um, which is kind of like a big natural park um, kind of situation. It's like sprawling grasslands with kind of like a mountain range that looks like the with rocks kind of jutting out of it, and that's where it gets its name, the Devil's Backbone.
Okay.
Um,
So as we're heading that way, I would ask the rest of the group, um, can you guys start looking up information on Lechusas? I don't remember what they're weak against. If we can get some more information on
Hmm.
that, is that possible on route?
Yeah.
Well, no, I'm
Could
asking GM wise if we can
oh
do
okay.
that.
Mm.
yeah, I mean, this is not a like a extremely rural part of Texas, so someone could get a phone call out, or whatever, just whatever you guys are capable of.
Can Chloe shoot? She's not going to call, but can she shoot like some text messages or emails to people that work with her in the agency for info about them?
Yeah, I think that would be very reasonable.
Okay, so that so could that be deal with the agency requesting that? Is that technically help or is that just info?
I think that counts as help. Um, would is that a role that you do, or do you just?
It
It's
is,
sharp roll.
but yeah, it's a sharp roll, but it says on like a 10 plus request for gear or personnel is okayed. So actually, I don't know if I would need that.
Well, let's think of it this way. Instead of them just like magically giving you this stuff, you get the information so that we can get it ourselves. If we learn about the weakness.
Okay.
So if it's something that we just go, let's head to the hardware store,
Yes, yeah, I think that that's fair. I think instead of getting something from them, the information is kind of like
Hmm.
what they're giving you if you succeed.
Okay. Chloe is going to deal with the agency, and that is plus sharp. Hopefully, that's good.
yay!
Oh
Nice.
God. All right. So, my request for info is okay. Then they tell me stuff.
All
Might
right.
get
Is there
Actually,
like
no, no,
a
no, no. That is incorrect. On a 79,
yeah.
things aren't so great. So I'm. It says you shoot out by your superiors, or there'll be fallout, but you get what you need for the job.
what was the first part? I'm sorry. You're kind of cutting out.
Um, sorry, you might get chewed out by your superiors, or there will be fallout.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. Um, yeah, so um you get a message back, um and I don't so like I think that they are not super pleased with where you are in
Hmm.
the world. Maybe they thought you were on a job somewhere else.
Oh, maybe they
So
think that she's getting too close to us.
That's I like that. I mean, as the keeper, you kind of do what you want to do, but I do like the idea that kind of like, why are you still doing jobs with these people?
Yeah, yeah. So the first job you did with them was like, okay, fine, but now they're
Hmm.
like, oh, she's working with them more than she's working with us, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And so you kind of get like a passive aggressive, like, what are you doing out there before like they actually answer your question. Um, but you know that, but they tell you that the Lechuza does indeed have a weakness, and it's kind of a simple folk remedy. You just have to hit it with a mixture of salt and chili pepper,
Mm.
and that kind of makes it vulnerable to being killed.
Okay.
Spicy. I like it.
Spicy.
So
Big.
I think Chloe relays that. She says, "Hey guys, go to the grocery store."
Well, there's the taqueria right there.
Oh, 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 oh. Um, Izzy starts rifling around in her backpack and pulls out a sort of shotgun. We we put the salt and the chili in a shotgun shell. Ooh,
So
let's do that.
Yes.
the super spicy hot packs that we can get at Taco Bell, and actually when he says Taco Bell, there are all these much more authentic taquerias
Yeah.
everywhere around you guys. But Canadian Joshua is like, oh, but the Taco Bell has those super hot spicy packs that have salt and cayenne pepper. So, yeah, Josh was pulling into a Taco Bell and skipping all the more authentic Mexican places to get spicy packs.
Oh,
God damn it.
If you're gonna get us killed because of Taco Bell, I'm gonna be very very vexed with you.
Yes, bye Taco Bell, the classic.
So yeah, I want to stock up on as many hot packs as we can, but then also, get everybody lunch.
we just go to the
Nice.
drive-thru and we're like, can we have all taco,
Pass.
all taco sauce packs?
They
Joshua
like
made sure to
the
get a kids meal for Izzy.
Oh God.
Oh,
nice. The drive-through person is like, they roll their eyes because they're used to people asking for more sauce than they're going to need anyway, and but they certainly give you the packets, no problem. um
Joshua makes
cool.
sure
So
to say gracias, muchos gracias.
oh no.
Oh
um
so
do you guys, once you do that, do you follow the spiritual GPS to the Devil's Backbone?
yeah,
Well,
Yeah.
first we have some other things to take care of. Namely, are you kidding me? A kid's meal? I'm basically an adult. Come on.
Chloe gives tacos. She's like, here you go. But you have a toy, and that's cool.
I pat her on the head.
I don't need toys. I have magic.
Maybe the toy is a mask,
Ooh.
a Pokemon mask.
Ooh.
I wish it was
You know
Burger
what?
King, so you get like a little Burger King crown.
Oh.
Izzy the
You know what?
princess.
Fine. I'm just gonna put on this Charmander mask. Screw it.
I love it.
And also, I'm gonna start like taking apart a shotgun shell, and I guess I'm gonna try to put sauce into it.
So as you're doing that, I'm totally giving you that dad look through the rearview mirror, just like, she's handling guns. What is going on here? That sort of thing. But I'm still driving and eating and doing that, and somehow not getting into an accident.
Oh God, Joshua, why?
I saw it saying, don't make a mess in the car.
It'll be fine. Gunpowder goes out easy. Probably.
It's borrowed from the Cassidys anyway. They can afford to clean it, to have it detailed.
Yeah.
So the Devil's Backbone, if I remember from the map, it's pretty far from Kickapoo territory, yeah?
Yes, it's sort of like the edge. Here, I'll bring you back to the map.
So at least here we've got free reign to kind of poke around, yeah?
Exactly.
Well,
Yeah. I mean, it is an area that they don't want the Cassidys hunting in, but it should be relatively free of anyone who would bar you from being there.
Okay, great.
At least you would hope.
Love the style of this map, by the way.
I do too.
Oh, thank you.
yeah.
I appreciate that.
Do we want to do
Um,
anything else here in the Kickapoo, or should we just go to the Devil's Backbone?
Oh, you're more in like the Canyon Lake area,
Oh, okay.
which is kind of like a
okay.
little it's kind of like a little suburban spot. The Kickapoo tribe is much farther south than you
Yeah.
guys.
Hmm. I mean, we know its weakness.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
Yeah.
coating
What
my
else?
crossbow bolts with Taco Bell's extra spicy hot sauce, which is not spicy at all, but yeah, for Josh it would be like, whew, burning hot.
I'm doing the same thing as he, placing like the bullets in my 9mm with hot sauce packets.
It's hilarious. Cool.
This had better work. This had better freaking work.
Awesome. So you guys arrive here in the Devil's Backbone. You kind of see that it's, the gist of it. The only thing is there aren't a lot of like service roads, so you might have to go on foot from here.
Okay.
But there's like a little parking area. But you kind of see this vast expanse of wilderness.
So I'm guessing that we can kind of maybe take would our little spiritual GPS be semi portable or
So the thing that I was thinking is that the thing that's really the GPS part, like the circle and everything, that's just to set it up. The
Right.
GPS that it is actually doing anything is the pendulum.
okay. So maybe Solomon can hold it?
Well, I
Or
think it
Izzy.
might be a good idea for Izzy to hold it because
Yeah.
she's the one who cast it in the first place, and she did a pretty good job there.
That's a good point.
Okay.
All right, fine.
Listen, it was your idea. It's your pendulum. You did a good job.
She's still mad about Taco Bell kid meal.
Okay, I understand.
So
that.
mad.
We can't see him.
We'll get you a proper meal at Expresto on another day. I promise you that. How about that?
Sure. I don't really eat that much anymore, but
Oh, that's right.
I guess the food at Expresto is nice. Sucks to have to puke everything out later. But you don't want to know about that. It's fine. It's fine.
It's fine.
So you guys just get out of the car and start using the pendulum to lead you to the beast.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the plan.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, also I'm gonna load my shotgun with one hot sauce shell and one, regular slug thing.
This 14-year-old with a shotgun. This is so Texas. Like, no one even cares. Like, we've
You
got
belong
weapons
here.
drawn. People are like, oh, it's just hunting season.
Oh, it's a family outing. How
Aw.
sweet.
Yeah.
A very motley crew of a family, but a family nonetheless.
Hey, don't be so old-fashioned.
Yeah, family's what you make it.
Exactly.
Family can be a Canadian, a lady with sunglasses, a wizard, and a lich.
With a Charmander mask on and a shotgun.
All checks out. All very Texas.
Yeah, Chloe also
So-
loves her. She also like just squeezes a sauce pack along her knife. Just think.
Taco Bell to the rescue.
Oh,
Ding ding.
I feel like Chloe-
you watch as I begin to start to like tear open these packs and just start dripping them in the air as I sort of crystallize the sauce into little shards of ice just floating.
ooh, okay, fancy.
Looks like
Very
drops
cool.
of blood.
Yeah.
Cool. So once you guys start to like trek into the wilderness here, you do start to see someone approach you. It's a woman in like kind of decked out fully in like cowgirl gear, and she kind of starts to walk right up to you guys. She doesn't look happy. She doesn't look friendly.
Hello there.
Let's see.
Actually, I take my hello back. Chloe doesn't speak.
Oh, it's O. Then I'm trying to control. Gotcha. Sorry, I'm forgetting my shortcuts. There we go. And she says, "Who are y'all?"
Who are you?
Who am I? Well, I'm a groundskeeper of sorts out here, and I look at y'all and I see a bunch of folks that I'm not sure I want to be around these parts.
Wow.
Might be rude.
Can't a family just, have a nice outing, maybe shoot some birds and
We're just showing young Izzy here, how to use her shotgun.
I very quickly move the shotgun so it's like it's like under the pendulum to make it look a little less like the pendulum is doing weird magical things.
nice.
She says, "Oh, don't try to hide your magic. I see it. I can sense it. Now, you don't look like Cassidy's, but I know you sure as hell ain't Kickapoo. So what are you doing around here?"
Well, actually, and at this point, Joshua, I mean, he's indigenous. Maybe he can pass as a Kickapoo.
Cool.
Okay.
So at this point, I just say, "Oh, actually, I am from the Kickapoo tribe, just visiting, with my very Canadian family."
The family immigrated
Everybody
north at
Chloe
some
waves.
point.
Adam.
I think that this would certainly be manipulate someone.
Yeah, and Joshua's really bad at that, but still, just
Oh, it's
roleplay
gonna be
wise, he would definitely try that at least.
Yeah.
I think it's a good move.
Do I get any bonuses because like
He
due to
does
my
look the
appearance?
part.
Yeah, that's fair. I think that I'll give you +1 to this roll.
Thank you. Oh, wait a minute! That's not possible.
Wait, what?
That's not possible.
No, there's a bug there.
Yeah,
You have
Yeah.
a ++1, so make sure that you
Oh.
don't have a plus when you
Oh,
do
yeah,
it.
yeah.
just
you-
put in the one, right? So
Yeah.
what is that actually then?
That's
That's a
2.
2.
Oh,
Like you still roll.
Wait.
Snake eyes. You rolled
Yeah, no,
snake eyes.
that is a 2.
it's a 2. I think I might use luck for this, guys. What do you think? Because I think this would be one of those cases where Joshua, I mean, he sucks at charm or whatever, but but he looks the part. You know, he maybe he straight up looks Kickapoo. Like maybe there's this weird thing where his particular Ojibwe looks Kickapoo. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna
Okay.
use luck on that. It's a 12.
Yay.
Okay.
Jazz
Um,
hands.
Good roll.
then yeah, she says, well, I haven't seen you around town, but I don't really go to town much anymore. I guess y'all are good to go.
Well, we're gonna
Let me,
go to town on these tacos.
oh, y'all brought.
Please stop talking, Joshua.
I just
She's
shake my
she's
head in utter disappointment.
she
Chloe
sees
offers her a
Taco.
taco.
She sees Taco Bell bags, and she's like very much in disbelief that someone actually from this area would eat a Taco
Would eat
Bell.
taco.
Well, I'm a
Um,
visiting relative, you know. I was in Canada, so this is all exotic for me.
all right, well, be sure you check out a better taco place than Taco Bell before you head back. But
Ooh,
yeah,
hopefully
you'll have
not
no.
as spicy as this. Whew.
Oh. Chloe rolls her eyes.
But thanks,
Yeah, and
Fran.
she.
Oh, but Fran, have you noticed anything odd lately in this area? Other
Me,
than us.
nope, nope, nothing odd except for you folks.
Well, thank you for your time, miss.
Thanks,
Hmm.
Fran.
Yep. Carry on, and she kind of like continues her patrol.
Oh, actually, well, I do want to ask though, with because with the luck, that was such an amazing charm roll. If
Yeah.
let's see here, let me see where some of these options. Um, uh, well, she knows about magic, so I
Yeah.
want to ask her. You know, uh, so what's your background actually? I mean, Josh was just curious in terms of her background with magic and whatnot. It's nice to meet someone else who's in the know. Wink, wink.
Well, I'm I'm a hunter. The Kickapoo, they've got other interests. They don't have as much they don't have as many hunters as they used to, and I'm one of the few they got left. I pretty much stay up here and make sure make sure nothing weird happens, and make sure none of our ancestor spirits start causing trouble.
Hmm. Yeah. Oh, I'm trying to think. So a little bit of meta. Just talking to you guys out of character here, but should we mention the Lechusa or keep that under wraps? Because we do have her thinking that we're
I don't
picking
know.
apart.
She might ask how we know about this, and then we might have to tell her that we have been tracking it from, outside of the territory, from like Cassidy territory, and
Right.
that's probably not gonna be
Well,
good.
we don't necessarily have, like, I mean, it's certainly possible that we hear about these
Yeah.
disappearances and such, and I think that it's highly likely that a major hunting organization like the Benton family or some other unnamed organization may be tracking, all sorts of incidences which are suspicious,
I
and
guess.
claw marks on a household are very suspicious, at least in my mind. I mean, it's just me though.
Okay, the
So
other thing is, like, we know that that's like a spirit thing,
yeah.
so maybe she will not be super fond of us, traipsing around here hunting this spirit thing, which,
Right. But
Well,
she
she
might be
did
able.
just say that she has to make sure that none of her ancestral spirits cause any trouble.
Right.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
So
I think it's a good
maybe,
idea to ask.
yeah, we could
Okay.
mention it, but not the whole story.
So from Kickapoo to Kickapoo, um, can you have you heard anything about Lechusa? And you know, I think that some of these attacks that we've read about um, have been related to this, and I want to keep my family safe.
Um,
Nicely done.
she reacts to this curiously, but she says just, well, I haven't heard anything about a lechuza in quite a while. But it's a pretty serious a serious thing. A lechuza lechuza occurs is created rather when usually when a Native American person um, becomes so enraged by all the injustices that they've faced throughout history that they turn into this beast that is one part kind of shaman or witch or what have you, and one part kind of harpy creature. Um, I don't think y'all need to worry about it though. I haven't seen anything, and I think I would.
All right, well, keep your eyes open. I'm actually wondering though, as she's saying this, maybe do you think Chloe would be the sort to kind of be able to pick out if someone's lying or not?
I would like to think so. Let me see if I have any. I don't have any moves for it, but I think Chloe's maybe seen enough or like talked to people in situations like this where she could kind of see if something's off.
Yeah, like just a sharp roll to see if she's got a nervous tick while she's saying certain words or something like that. Does that work, Shane?
Works
Would
for me,
pro
yes.
would probably be read a bad situation, but I'm not sure if this is a bad situation.
Yeah, that's the thing because this feels more of just a neutral sort of, you know, but
Yeah,
it could
just
be.
let it be plus sharp. Or if you want to roll read a bad situation, I would allow that.
Hmm.
She's the Lechusa.
Well,
Ah!
right. Well, if I'm in a bad situation, I do have a move that lets me use cool instead of sharp.
Okay,
Good.
let's do that then.
Right.
Good stuff.
Ooh!
Spicy
Ah,
rolls.
Chloe's super cool.
all right. Yeah. Haha. So, Chloe's just eyeing her up and down, trying to see she could potentially be lying what her body movement is.
Um, let's see.
Any dangers we haven't noticed, like her who's telling us lies.
Let's see. Right. Um, let's see.
Yeah, I think that would
Oh,
count as you get to hold three, right? So
yeah.
I think
Are
that would
there?
count as one of your holds, and probably yeah, the dangers we haven't noticed would be the question.
Yeah.
Mm,
Um, but yeah, you can tell something's off. You can tell she's lying. That she reacted in such a way where she was like she seemed annoyed that you guys knew about the Lechuza.
Ah, haha.
Mm, yeah. Let's
wow.
see.
Okay, so we're gonna cap her right here, or no? It's okay. It's all good.
Yeah.
See, I mean, I do get to hold two more, but I don't know if any of the other questions would yield good answers.
Yeah,
Right.
maybe
Maybe
You
what's
just,
can.
the,
yeah.
but the biggest threat would just be the Lochuza.
Well, you don't know that.
Oh,
Well,
that's right.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, what
It's the
is
thing.
the biggest threat? I guess I'll use my hold on that one.
Mm, she since she thinks that you guys are with the Kickapoo, she does say she does kind of like let on that the Lechuza is incredibly dangerous. Um, and she's like, she tells y'all to come find her if you learn anything else, because it should be her that deals with it. You guys are like, you're Kickapoo, but you're not like, from the tribe, so you
Mhm.
don't know like
Right.
the traditional way of dealing with things. But yeah, the Lechuza is definitely the biggest threat.
Yeah.
Hmm. Well, that's good to know, definitely.
Yeah. Would rest information that we got, would we necessarily want to go back to her and tell her if we find anything?
Yeah, that's the thing, because, ooh, I don't know. That's a good question.
Hmm. Something to
You
think
can
about.
Yeah.
you can hang on to one of your holds too.
Yeah, I think I'll do that because right now I don't see anything else.
Hmm.
So yeah, she starts to walk back towards the other side of the range there.
Yeah. So I do want to add, out of character, myself, would definitely want to go and report back to Fran, but Joshua himself would just be like, let's just shower this thing with taco packets. So,
Yeah. Well, let's get away from her first, and then
Yeah,
maybe we can have a
I think,
conversation.
yeah, we're just out of earshot trying to walk
Well, my
away.
question is, and this is something that I'm thinking in my head, less of something that I want to like ask immediately. This is out of character. Um, is this something that we could, if it's like something where it's almost like a curse brought onto someone, is kind of the gist that I'm getting. Maybe we can save this person or turn
Yeah,
them back.
maybe.
Thoughts, just thoughts.
Yeah, though, it's a good thought.
leave nothing but ashes.
Great.
I'm open to that. Yes, that's very wise, Solomon. As I
Mm-hmm.
pour extra hot sauce on my
Mm-hmm.
crossbow bolts.
Mm-hmm. Sure, buddy.
But at least we can weaken it, then we can talk once it's
Yeah.
neutralized.
Oh, what if
Well,
it
we,
doesn't need weakening? What if it doesn't attack us at first? We
I
don't know anything about it. We don't know
Oh, that's
too
true.
much about its behavior. We don't
Yeah.
know how it's living. We don't know anything. We
we
just know
know
that
it
it
took
took some
someone.
man.
Yeah.
Right.
yeah,
And that's it.
well,
And it has
wait.
attacked other people from our perspective. From my
That's true.
perspective at least, yeah.
Yeah,
That's
but
true.
I mean, so have
But
we.
who have they attacked?
Yeah, see,
What is their
context, right?
target?
Context.
What is their target?
Well, and I guess it would also be kind of beneficial to figure out has like if there's been anything that's happened that would cause someone
Hmm.
to rage so much to
Yeah.
turn
Exactly.
into Lechuza.
Yeah. Let's ask it.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's
All
go.
right.
So it walks right up to you and it says, "Did you have a question for me?"
If only.
Joking, of course.
It walks right up to us, takes off its reading glasses, and goes, Telio!
All right. So are we continuing to follow the talisman then?
I think
Hi.
Yeah.
All right. So
So while we're doing this, though, actually, that is a really good point. I'm wondering if Chloe would be able to get a signal here and could also just start looking up more stuff about the victims, like what ties the victims together. Kind of multitask as we're, doing this.
yeah. Okay.
okay. So Chloe, do you want to roll investigate mystery for that?
Yes, I do. Let's my phone works because obviously I have like the latest technology.
Oof.
Well,
Maybe not.
No, I mean it's still a
Seven's partial, right?
success-ish. Yeah.
Yeah. But, all right. So
Which means hold one.
hold on. Mm.
I mean, what ties all of these attacks together? What's the common thread?
Yeah.
I mean, just a
I guess
suggestion.
the question is,
Yeah.
what was it going to do?
That's what I was thinking. What was it going to do? Or maybe I don't know if what in here? Because technically, here in the middle of the desert.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm not too worried about the exact specifics of the questions.
I think maybe more than what was it going to do, but what is being concealed here?
Hmm.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That's
Okay,
also a
yeah.
good one.
So I do like that one. What is being considered?
Um, so you do find an article um, that is kind of like talking about how all of the victims are um, how all these victims over the past over the past week or so have been abducted. Every single one has been um, uh, taken, and no bodies have been found yet. Um, so
Hmm.
you can kind of glean that like the creature is attempting to do something with these people. Um,
Is there any tie or trend demographically? You
But,
know, gender,
mhm.
ethnicity.
Or like
Political
um,
any
outlook.
common.
yes. Yeah, many of them have been Caucasian. Have been like, or maybe even not, maybe not even like all of them have been Caucasian, but you notice that like even one guy who was Hispanic was like had the last name um had the last name Cassidy. So it's like um
Oh,
Mm,
they don't all have the name Cassidy, but they
right.
all may very well be related to the Cassidy family in some fashion.
Okay.
Hmm.
okay.
Those Cassidys. See? It's always the white people.
Wait. So I assume you tell us this.
Yes, yes, I do. As we're hiking, I relay that.
Wait. Hang on. I suddenly have a very bad feeling about this whole thing. Oh God, what if this is a really bad idea?
It is interesting, especially since Cassidy are the ones that brought us here.
Yeah. Yeah. What if they
What if
They're
we're
send
on
us
the
here
wrong
to
side
descendants
of
like
of it.
this?
to to
Hmm.
to fucking
I think you all are jumping to conclusions. We have a monster here that we need to neutralize, and then we can ask some questions. But let's stay on task, everybody, in
Okay,
character.
but we don't even know if anybody's dead yet. Like,
Hmm.
But we need to find this creature first,
We
and
do
see
need
if we
to
can
find the
find.
creature, but we don't know what's happened yet.
Right.
yeah,
And
yeah,
so,
I
unlike in
just,
past
yeah.
cases, Mr. Joshua, we need to take this one a little bit slower.
Duly
Yeah, let's
noted.
not go in guns a blazing.
yeah. Listen, what if even just seeking it out is escalating the situation?
Well, we can't just not seek it out at this point.
No,
Yeah,
but
we're
we
here.
could postpone and talk to the Kickapoo first.
So out of character, I'd be all down for that. But as Joshua, right here, we've got the like magic feather, and also too, we have to remember, regardless of what's happening, we've had people who've been kidnapped who could be in danger and be killed right now.
Hmm.
And whatever has happened here, this thing has verged on breaking the pact, making this known
Absolutely.
to the wider world. So it's kind of like we have to deal with it right now. But
Yeah,
caution wise, of course, Joshua would be open to that. But also, we're here. We can't just leave the park and talk to the
we are
Kickapoo
not.
right now.
No, I don't
Yeah.
think leaving the park, it would be a wise choice.
Someone could be in danger right now. So
I, I, I think, and Chloe would probably agree that we should just kind of like at least investigate and see what's going on, get close to it, see what we can see, if we can find out anything without necessarily having to harm anything,
yeah,
and then reassess after that.
and at least maybe try to rescue some of the people who've been dragged away.
If it's
Hmm.
possible.
Hmm. Yeah.
I mean, they could be in a cave right under our feet, screaming right now. We can't hear them. So
At least if we have to leave we know where to come back to.
Yes.
So
Hmm.
Chloe wants to keep going, at least to see what's going on.
Hmm.
Maybe not to kill it, to see.
Just to spice it up a bit.
All
Spice.
right. All right.
Okay.
Well, then we keep going, I
Yeah.
suppose.
Yeah. So you guys, the pendulum leads you over towards some of the rocks, and eventually to you see it pointing towards like a cave opening.
Aha!
Because of course it does. So, but as you approach the mouth of the cave, um, the pendulum starts to like point in other directions, and you can't really. It doesn't point inside the cave anymore,
Oh, I think that it's
and you're
like
not really sure
Mm.
what it's indicating.
I think it's one of those cases where now it's three-dimensional direction and everything, so it's getting all muddled. So they're probably down far below us.
Well, I suppose that's possible, but well, yeah. I think this is as far as it's gonna take us. Yeah.
All right, so Joshua is going to head into the cave. Maybe I draw like a quick sigil in the air, and the point of my crossbow starts to glow with light.
Oh, cool. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And I think that's a pretty simple
Oh
magic.
yeah,
I
I'm
don't think
not.
you need to
I'm
roll
not
for
gonna
that.
like roll or anything. Just
Yeah.
just a little flavor there instead of a flashlight.
Cool. Does everybody head into the cave?
Yes.
Yep.
Have fun in
Cool.
the cave, guys. Okay, fine, fine. I don't want to be alone out here either.
Just come on.
I mean, it wouldn't be the worst idea to have some people stay outside and overwatch.
And then what?
But they
I'm
couldn't
sure I
contact us.
can send you send you a text message into the cave of no signal. That's gonna be great.
Yeah, Izzy should come along in this case. Not saying that you're
Yeah,
wrong in general, but just in this case.
yeah.
Absolutely.
We
Yeah,
wouldn't
so
want
you
Izzy to
guys,
get snatched up.
that would be awful.
A kidnapped lich? Oh no, that's an adventure in the making. I can
Um,
smell it now.
so so yeah, you guys enter this cave and you see a few things. There's like some like bedding structure, and like a table with some things on it. Um, there is like sort of like a little pond or like puddle. Um, and then there's actually there's one skeleton there on the map, but I would say there's multiple skeletons in
Oh
there.
no. Do any of these look recent? Like, can someone take a look and maybe get a
Er,
relative duration of death?
Oh, absolutely. I'll get right on that.
oh, and actually, I'm misspeaking by saying that they're skeletons. They probably would just be bodies.
Oh,
So they're corpses.
Yeah,
well,
yeah,
still,
they're corpses.
I'm just gonna hop on over there and see if I can figure out how old they are.
Okie doke.
I suppose that's also investigate a mystery. Or is it lead a bad
Yes.
situation? Yeah, no,
No,
investigate a mystery probably.
yeah.
Doesn't make that much of a difference anyway. So,
Okay,
oh,
so hold
Mhm.
one.
that's all right, I suppose. Um, yeah, I guess what happened here is the thing.
Sure. Yeah.
Maybe how long ago?
Yeah. You see that these are absolutely the bodies of the victims. This guy matches the description that you got from the article of Helen's husband. Um, and yeah, I mean, it indeed looks like he's only been here for a day.
And they're all dead.
But yeah, they are dead. Yes.
Are there any signs that
Um,
they've been eaten or anything like that, or just how were they killed?
They were killed by claw marks to their sort of vital areas. Like
Ugh.
he's got his throat kind of slashed.
so
Well, I
do we
go through their I go through their pockets.
do we find all of the bodies like count? Does that match up to like maybe the article that I read?
I think so. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, they are all.
So while the team is doing this, I'm going to keep watch over everyone. So just kind of keeping an eye out.
Can I look to see if there are any body parts that are missing, any organs that are missing, or anything of the sort?
Good idea, Solomon.
Hmm.
Yes. Roll, I guess, investigate a mystery as well.
And that is sharp, right?
Hmm.
Okay.
Okay. So hold one. And I mean, I don't really care about sticking to the list of questions. I can just take that
Sure.
for what it is. Um, you do notice that the some of the bodies are missing just like tissue samples and not necessarily like limbs. Um, but you do notice that on the table there are sort of like bottles with like glass bottles and some like ceramic bowls and clay pots and things. Um, they kind of have different liquids in them with like chunks of this human flesh
Yeesh.
Mm.
deposited in them,
But
almost like it
nothing in
was
specific.
nothing specific, just like
Okay.
tissue samples, like it was testing them for something.
Okay.
Hmm. Hmm.
While they're doing that, Joshua wants to look, or I want to look at the water a little bit. Um, Not going in or anything, but just how big is this pool? Or, actually, I'm going to toss like a pebble into it just to see.
Okay, yeah, the pebble just kind of plops in. It's not very deep, maybe a foot at its deepest
Okay.
point. This is just kind of like a buildup of groundwater.
All right.
Um,
Then I'll look
but what
over
you,
at the vials and I just turn to Solomon and just say, does any of this look familiar to you?
That's the problem. I can't think of anything immediately. I'm not sure what they would want to do. I mean, as you asked earlier about the question with the feather, um, you can always link a certain person to the rest of their family through blood or flesh or other things, but this is specifically flesh. It's not a specific organ like a heart or a liver or lungs or this or that, no brains. I am at a bit of an immediate loss.
I
okay,
think
so
we should probably just ask questions.
Well,
so at
Chloe,
this
you've got a hold still, right?
Oh, I do on Read a Bad Situation, don't I?
I.
Okay,
What's
hang
the
on. Sorry.
best way to protect the victims? Invent a time machine.
um, yeah. Are they notice like is this thing or something potentially lurking around?
Um, yeah. You look at the pendulum and you now see that it's pointing back towards the exit of the cave.
Ooh.
Um, and you hear the voice of Matthew Cassidy.
Oh,
And he says, "Hey y'all, I need some help out here.
Guys, remember this thing can mimic
That's
voices.
yeah, that's not it.
Hmm.
Yeah, I've got my crossbow ready.
Yeah, I'm pulling out my millimeter.
What do you
Okay.
need,
Okay.
Matthew? Um, why don't you?
Okay. Can you lure it in here? I'm gonna try something. And I start like trying to put some markings on the ground to create some kind of magical trap, like a what's it called, a containment circle or something.
Can you just make a circle with hot sauce packets?
We
I
brought
don't think
enough.
we have enough hot sauce for that.
Oh, I asked
We should
for
have
a
asked from.
lot.
We got a lot.
Just
Just fill the trunk with the stuff.
It's all like the super hot.
Yep,
Hmm.
spicy.
so sorry. Did you ask
Yeah, we're
Cassidy,
gonna.
Matt Cassidy, if he would lure it in?
No, no, no.
No, 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 no.
Oh,
I meant
Yeah.
like the others in the cave.
okay,
I
cool.
specifically hissed it at them so he wouldn't hear whoever's out there.
Yeah, you just hear, "Hey, y'all, I need some help out here."
Hmm.
So I don't believe it, and I'm going to shoot a crossbow out.
Which part of don't escalate did you? Okay, it's
No,
fine.
but that you said to draw it in. This is a way to draw it in.
I guess that's true. All right,
That's
yeah, yeah, okay.
can can Chloe kind of or like can I stand on like the side of the so if it does
Did Joshua just completely fuck up a kick ass?
oh
No,
oh
that
no.
that works. It missed, but I clearly tried to attack it. So
I don't know. A miss usually means bad things happen. Did you just shoot me?
Not
Do
all
you
of us.
just put me full of hot sauce?
no, you were behind me. So I don't hit Matthew's voice.
No, but I will take a hard move here.
Oh no.
Um, and the Lechuza is going to fly in from the mouth of the cave and hit you. It should display its full force and hit you with its claws.
Ooh. Okay.
Ooh.
And um, it's gonna do 3 harm, and it has you grappled.
Okay.
Ooh. Ooh.
I do have
Dude.
armor, but ah! And while it's doing that, obviously I've already made my move, but I'm pulling out my knife. So while this is happening,
Yeah, it
I
starts
brought it
to
in.
it starts it starts to like flap its wings and start to like move towards the exit of the cave.
Oh
I begin to cast a bit of combat magic, trying to create a barrier of ice blocking off the entrance of the cave. It's sealed
Ooh,
in with us. So I'm gonna roll for that real fast.
Right.
That's
great image, by the way.
Yeah.
mhm.
where's that? Oh, there it is. Okay. Boop.
Yes.
Oh okay.
Phew. Okay.
All right, so explain again what you're doing.
So I cast my combat magic, creating a barrier of ice blocking the entrance to the cave so that it's trapped in
Nice.
here with us. That could either end really badly or really well, but I figured if it's trying to escape, it's probably for the best.
And trying to pull Joshua with it. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Does it like on its way out pass over the hot sauce circle by any chance? Because then I can do a use magic roll.
um, yeah, I like I like the RP there. So yeah, definitely. Yeah, I will allow you to attempt that.
Yeah, maybe I kind of shot off at this angle, so it had to cross over Izzy's.
Mm,
Hmm.
that makes sense. So, basic move, use magic. Here we go.
Teamwork.
Makes the dream
Woo!
work.
Oh,
Spicy.
All right, so what does your circle of hot sauce do?
Um, what's it called? Trap a specific person, minion, or monster. And it's this one. It's
Okay.
trapped. But it's trapped in there with Josh, so we should try to get him out. Probably. So, yeah, as it passes over the circle, I shout a bunch of magic words, and then raise my shotgun at it, and I'm like, drop him, or I'll drop you.
Um, yeah, so I'll say that when you trap it, it kind of like falls to the ground in the way that like some of the hot sauce like does actually get on its skin. And you can tell it like kind of sizzles a bit. It doesn't take any harm, but you can tell it has an effect on the creature. Um,
Mm.
it in retaliation doesn't drop Josh, uh, but it's going to kind of flap its wings um, in like kind of like an area effect move that knocks everybody knocks not everyone but Josh down and does one harm.
Ooh.
So it's
Well,
like
it's
kind
a
of
good thing.
like a giant gust of wind.
I
Don't
have
forget armor if you've got it.
Right.
It's a good thing I'm immortal and always suffer one harm less.
Ooh.
oh, nice.
Nice.
Yeah,
Like
Chloe has
it's
two
it's
arms, so she just falls.
it's
Cool.
kind of difficult to harm me when I am already so harmed.
Oh,
Amazing. So Solomon takes one harm, or do you
Actually,
have?
I have my armored
Oh, you do as
clothing.
well. Okay.
Yeah, I have
Okay.
enchanted
Awesome.
clothing.
Cool. So who hasn't? I guess Chloe is the only one that hasn't acted yet.
Shoot
yeah.
it! Shoot
Um,
it!
Chloe is going to try to shoot it, but not like fatally. Maybe just, ooh, this is risky. Shoot it in a way that it's going to drop Josh, like in the shoulder-ish area.
Okay.
Honestly, Josh deserves to be shot for like constantly trying to get a shot.
Uh,
So,
oh,
Oof.
um, so. Well, it's hard to shoot whenever you're on the ground. So that
no,
makes
absolutely.
Yeah.
That's fair. Um,
Oh no. Oh no.
I like how the moment we say, "Oh no, this is risky," is the failure.
Mhm.
yeah,
Uh,
it's
good
well, I
stuff.
guess it's trapped where it is for now, so
Yeah.
it's going to
Well, one thing with if the if the players have created a situation where it's stuck immobile and someone uses a ranged attack, it is valid for that to not have a retaliation.
cool.
Yeah, it's the most sensible thing is probably just that you clip Joshua a bit.
oh no.
No, not necessarily. I mean, that doesn't have to happen.
It doesn't have to. It doesn't have
It
to.
doesn't have
But I
to,
wanted
but
to. God damn it!
Yeah.
I think there is actually going to be something that it does. It's going to use sort of a new iteration of its power. It looks at you, Chloe,
Ooh,
and you can feel it kind of uh, like tearing into your mind.
yikes.
And I need you to roll plus sharp.
okay.
Okay, so it it finds in your memory something or someone that you like care about, and it starts calling out to you as that person.
Creepy.
Um, and
Oh,
you're not fooled by it, but you are unnerved. So take -1 for
Ooh, I
Okay.
want to know what it is.
Or who it is.
Who it is? That's a good question. This is a good like backstory
Hmm.
Yeah,
establishing for Chloe.
Bum,
is there
bum.
anyone that you would want to talk about that it would be?
Yeah, so I'll say whenever Chloe was like in training, she had like a partner and her partner was violently killed. So maybe she hears this because she like in the way that it happened, she feels like it's her fault. So she
Mm,
hears this woman's voice.
Ooh, good one.
Ooh.
that is awesome and terrifying. Yeah, so it starts to like call out as if like you hear the sound of your friend like screaming in pain in the nature um that she was when I guess you saw it happen.
Yeah,
Yeah, so so you're like I said, you're not fooled. You know that it's not. You see the illusion, but
it's still
it
very
also just
upsetting.
very much bothers you. Yeah. um so yeah, I guess it's a new round, so anyone can act.
Oh, I mean, Joshua, I want to go because this thing's got me. So
Yeah.
let's see.
Get going.
All right. So I'm going to slash at it with the dagger or the silver dagger, and it's got hot sauce on it.
Nice. um cool, so and you rolled 9. So 2 harm plus 1. Oh, gotcha. So it is 3 harm, and then I'll add 1 for the hot sauce.
Okay. Let's see. If what do you guys think? Should I add harm to it or suffer one less harm? Or actually, I want to give +1 forward to the next person. Maybe.
Wait, but you only rolled a 9.
Yeah,
Oh,
on a
you're right.
9.
Yeah. Oops. Never
Yeah.
mind.
So you just do harm to each other, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oops, I did that wrong.
Move.
Forgot we count up.
Oh
There we
yeah.
go.
So how much harm is that? It doesn't hit me as hard as the first one, right? Because that was like the full force and fury thing.
Exactly. Yeah, it's going to claw at you for two harm.
All right. Ouch. But I'm yelling, "Don't believe it!" So I actually try to stab at its neck. So yeah. Oh, by the way, we can't see its bar. Not that we have to, but if we can tell that it's getting effed up.
Gotcha. There's those. Um, Forgot that I have to do that. All right, save changes. That should do it. Good,
Yep. Can see it now.
but not the numbers, right?
Correct.
Mm-mm.
Awesome. Cool. So who is next?
Solomon, does Solomon have any spells to like uncurse someone?
I
A
mean,
lot
that's
of
a use magic thing. You can just do that.
yes. The question is, I would imagine it's something that's turned someone fully into a monster of this caliber. It probably wouldn't. Something like that. That kind of simple use magic probably wouldn't break a curse as complicated as this. But my thought
Yeah.
is to slowly start working on that.
Okay.
Um,
So
Maybe if we
big
get it
magic
weak
but
then.
enough, it could potentially.
right. Um, Though at the same time, I still feel like we would need to know some of the nature of the curse because
Hmm.
I'm still at a bit of a loss for information. So I'm thinking instead trying to use magic to communicate with a creature that I cannot speak with. Is anyone adverse to that?
No, I think it's a great idea.
Yeah, go
Good
for it.
idea. Okay,
Yeah.
let's do that. All right. So I sort of with a little wave of
Well,
my
actually,
hand.
before you do that, though,
Mhm.
just meta-wise, that may not help right now at this point because we've already attacked it. Do you know what I mean?
That didn't stop me with a unicorn, goddamn. That's a fair point, though. Hmm. Perhaps
Because, I mean,
I.
well, actually, in character, we can talk when it lets me go! And I'm like trying to stab it, trying to make it let me go. So,
Okay, that's fine.
uh,
I'm going to ready one of my um instead of one of the chili shards. I'm going to fling a regular piece of ice at it with the hope of restraining it. Now, I don't have my ice macro set up yet, but I'll roll and then I'll
well,
explain what happens.
remember though, it's already restrained by Izzy.
Oh, that's true. Never mind. I don't have to
well,
restrain it.
it's
That's your guys' job. Okay. I
Yeah.
can talk to it.
um okay.
I mean,
I
if you
have
Or
talk
I
to it,
could.
you could try to convince it to let Joshua go.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Okay, I'm doing that. I think
I
that.
also have an idea. I could kick its ass and hope to roll well enough that I can like force it where I want it, and like maybe that way I can force it off Joshua.
Mhm.
But
Hmm.
only if I roll a 10 or more, which
It's
I have pretty
possible.
good
Well,
odds
and
of.
then
I can do it.
Joshua did give the person plus board, so
Get it off me!
Well, why don't you try and attack it first then? And
Yeah,
we'll
yeah, I'm
we'll,
just gonna
we'll
do that. I'm just gonna
go ahead.
like get back to my feet, run up to it, and fire both barrels at it. Um, so both hot sauce and a slug. Um, that thing is 3 harm close, by the way. Uh,
mhm.
Oof.
oh wait! I forgot. I forgot that I didn't like rewrite the macro. That is actually 4 more, which is still not enough.
There is such a thing
Wait.
as luck.
Yeah.
True.
Well, shit. So much for that. I guess I just like trip and shoot myself in the head or something. Actually,
Yeah, I think
that would be pretty funny.
no, I think well, you were still on the ground, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think what I'm gonna do is like it's just gonna retaliate since it can't move or anything. It's just gonna retaliate by clawing Joshua again, uh,
Aww.
for 2 harm, and yeah,
Keep a
now
man always down.
that would make him unstable.
Oof.
Who we got Solomon and Chloe left.
Solomon,
Yeah.
do you want to try to talk
Yeah,
to
let's
it
let's try and
first?
talk to it this time.
Okay.
All right. Well, I don't talk to it.
Oh my
Oh
god.
no! I hope you guys are marking
Oh.
experience.
Uh,
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Tommy. Josh is just gonna die. I guess.
I guess guys
Why are we
infected.
so bad at this?
Guess I'll
Okay.
die.
Oh God.
Yeah, yeah.
So
You
Chloe.
try to communicate with it, and it just like screeches back at you with like this
Mm.
awful like you know bird like raptor
Mm.
like screech.
My
Oh my
favorite.
God. Chloe, it's up to you now.
Oh gosh. Chloe is still very shaken. But she's gonna get up and try to shoot it again.
Remember -1.
Oh, yeah, with a -1. Ooh,
Oof.
so that's 12.
Whoa.
Nice.
Okay. My heart was beating so fast. So
Get it to drop Joshua.
yeah, I definitely wanted to drop Joshua. So like I shot it clean through the shoulder
Cool.
or the wing,
Um,
whatever. Um, and do I get an enhanced effect?
No, that's
Yeah,
only if you've leveled up to the point of taking the
Oh,
advanced
that's
move.
right. That's
right.
right.
Yeah,
Wait,
yeah,
did
yeah.
So
she use her 9mm or would she have brought out her big gun?
use the
Oh, that's a good.
millimeter because I have a sniper rifle. So like
That's probably a
this
bit
is
close for that.
yeah, this is a little close to be trying to
Mm,
snipe.
okay.
Um, yeah. So it does drop Joshua. And it looks around at all of you, um, and it's going to kind of like just like it kind of like spreads its wings around where it just like ruins the hot sauce circle.
Ooh.
Um,
Oh shit.
and it looks up and there's like kind of like a crack in the ceiling of the cave and just flies up and like escapes through this hole. It kind of like wedges its way in and and yeah, it disappears and leaves you guys in the cave.
Oof.
Hey, so that lady we were talking to, I think we should probably talk to her again,
Yeah.
and I think we should probably stabilize and heal up Joshua, but keep him like sufficiently wounded so like the claw marks are obvious, and be like, hey, uh, yeah, we found this cave, and
Okay, does anybody know first aid?
yes,
Oh,
I am a practitioner of the healing arts.
Well, then get to it. He's bleeding out, man.
Yeah, I'm working on that.
I think once you're out of combat, one of the options is just you can
ooh,
just do
ooh,
first aid.
nice.
Um, so,
This is
Yeah,
like
but
my version of first aid.
I assume he
oh,
has magic and actual
Yeah,
move for that.
yeah, what
yeah.
I mean though is that just mechanically, you can use first aid to stabilize, and then we can use your roll to add actual healing to that.
I'm not sure. Like it says that you can only do first aid once per wound, and I think that might also apply to magical first aid, but I'm not sure.
Mine is a enhanced use magic roll, and the use magic roll is just heal one.
Ah, okay, so that
So if you
probably
wanna, if
isn't
no, it's
first aid.
separate. It's not a
Yeah,
first aid.
yeah. All right. Yeah, then I guess I just perform first aid on Joshua to stabilize him.
Thank you.
Okay, so he heals one and he's stabilized.
Yeah.
Alrighty. I like that a 14-year-old girl is performing first aid on an adult man.
Yeah,
I
with the
mean, she
Charmander
probably
mask.
learned a whole bunch of magic, or not a whole bunch of magic, a whole bunch of anatomy and first aid stuff during her unfortunate time.
Yeah.
Yeah, listen, necromancy teaches you a lot about the human body.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So
Well,
while you
Well,
great.
guys are
guess we
doing
won't have
that,
to raise you today, Mr. Benton.
yeah. So while you're doing that, I'm sucking on a Taco Bell packet just as like,
Just drinking the sauce.
yeah, just drink the sauce to kind of, the spicy heat, blocks out the
Just takes
pain.
away your pain.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I'm gonna say I didn't. I was not convinced that this was gonna work because this shit is weak.
True.
Gotta get spicier sauce on
Guess
it.
it counts.
So we should probably take some of these items, or at least take a picture of them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Chloe
yeah.
definitely takes pictures of like, the little bowls and bottles with the flesh in it.
Good idea. Um. Oh god, I actually just realized Izzy is Hispanic, so this whole Taco Bell thing is like even
It's
worse.
super insult.
Oh boy. Yeah. Let's maybe talk to that lady again if we can find her.
Yeah. Fran
Cool.
Perez, I think.
Yes, Fran. Right. Right. All right, Joshua. Can you walk?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm good. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
So, okay, so would you guys mind I don't know about everyone else, but I'm good to go for another hour to an hour and a half. So,
Yeah,
would you guys mind taking a 5 minute break here, and
sure.
then we can um, get the rest done?
Sounds
No
good.
Works for
rest,
me.
no stopping,
Chloe,
ever.
I do have three.
You
Um,
do have what?
a hard stop at three.
How many
What?
Sorry.
duration though?
Oh,
Like, how
yeah. How
long
long
is
is
that?
that?
We don't know when
So
3 is.
you have
Oh, sorry. In about 30. Sorry,
30 minutes.
guys.
Okay.
But Chloe get called off. She is in trouble right now. So
Hmm.
Well, I don't know. I guess we could keep going until.
Yeah, I do need to take a quick break though, but it doesn't have to be five
I do
minutes.
too.
So,
Yeah, just like a
Yeah,
minute.
yeah.
yep, your
Okay, cool.
recording's back up.
Okay. So
As
everyone's
everyone.
heading
Hmm.
back out to the Devil's Backbone, like the outside area.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you
Did we
guys
collect
think?
everything we wanted to?
Yeah, I think so.
Perfect.
So when we speak to Fran, I kind of feel like at this point, especially with all the bodies that we found, we just need to just lay it all out and just say this is what we found, and you know, she needs to be more upfront with us too.
Yeah, I'm there with you.
Absolutely.
Well, let's hope she will be.
Okay. So how do you guys go about trying to locate Fran?
Hey,
Smoke,
friend! Why?
smoke signals.
uh, hmm. I don't know about that. I mean, honestly, just making a fire would probably suffice.
But I mean,
Started a real quick
she's like
fire.
the ranger around here, right? So we saw the direction she went in. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Hmm.
oh, she kind of continued on um like a patrol path. She was kind of like
I mean, did she
wandering
give
around.
did she give us her number when she said contact me?
No,
Oh
she didn't.
yeah. Well,
Hmm.
then how are we? What?
Yeah.
What?
Do we just like? Should we just like
You
start back to the car?
you did see the
Oh,
direction she headed in, and you might like. So if you guys get up to like higher ground, um, you might. So if you got up to higher ground, you could see, kind of in the direction she was heading. There is sort of like a cabin.
All right.
Um,
Let's head there.
Cabin time.
Yep. Keep an eye out for that Lechusa though. Can you spell
oh
it
yeah.
on the roll 20? Chat.
oh, of course.
I'm just curious.
Hmm.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
All right.
Fran,
One
we need to
second
talk to
here.
you.
If I
Bang
were
on
to
the
shoot it in
door.
the air, do you think that could get her attention?
Yeah,
Probably.
probably.
All right,
Wait, so
Chloe
you
shoots.
approach the cabin and just shoot in the air?
Yeah.
Wait, let's yell first. I mean,
Okay, let's yell.
yeah. Fran.
I mean, I kind of dig it.
I put my gun back up. I'm like, okay.
you like
Ah.
you like start to put your gun in the air, and like Joshua like puts his
He like, yeah.
hand on your wrist. Is like, no.
He's like,
What are you
whoa,
doing?
whoa, hold on.
Whoa, whoa there, cowpoke. So yeah, Fran comes outside and says she seems pretty ticked. And she just calls out to you guys. She's like, "Y'all just had to meddle in business that wasn't yours, didn't you?"
Well, it kind
Yes,
of is our
sorry about
business
that.
when people are disappearing or people are dead. They're not just kidnapped. You need to tell us what you know.
Yeah, Fran, at this point, I think you should maybe tell us what you know about the situation, and we'll tell you what we found out.
She at this point takes out the rifle that you see in her picture, and she cocks it, and she says, I don't have to tell you nothing. This is Kickapoo business, and y'all may be of the Kickapoo nationality, but y'all ain't part of our tribe. Um, so
This may be a part of the Kickapoo thing, but having a Lechuza flying around is breaking the Penumbral Pact. So I think that we need to start talking, or you're going to have a whole world of trouble.
Is anyone good at charm?
Yeah, that's a good point.
I think Solomon might be the best.
You're
We could
muted if
maybe
you're.
try.
Yeah, sorry about that. I got a call. I have a 1 in charm. I'm not
Oh,
like the
that's the
most
best, I
amazing.
think.
That is the
Yeah.
best.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And one thing maybe you could even say, it's like, what you've seen what happens to pact breakers. So this is something that goes beyond just their
Oh,
borders.
that's true.
Oh, gosh. Okay, well, I have a really cool idea. And so I I want to use my like a manipulate someone role, but I want to do it with magic, and I want to do it by like saying basically what Joshua just said, which is that I listen. I've been in your position before. I didn't want to tell people. I didn't, and then this is what happened, and then just like take my memory and put it in her head. The
Ooh.
the sight of my ex just being burnt on a stake.
Oh, can you actually
Is
like show it
Joshua
to everybody?
anywhere?
Yeah, can you actually like show it like visually, like kind of a magical hologram? So this can be when Joshua finds out that it was your ex.
Oh man.
yeah, yeah.
That could be the case. I was kind of thinking, well, I feel like if it's in someone's head, like, and they're seeing themselves from
Oh
my
yeah,
first person view,
that's
it's so
true.
much more intense because it's
That's a
the
good point.
smell and the hear and the feel and the heat.
Yeah.
Um,
No, that's a good
and
point. Yeah, and maybe we can save that reveal for later for Joshua.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So would this be a weird or a manipulate, or both, or either?
I would say weird.
Okay, let's get weird then.
Can you get a bonus for the amazing RP?
Yeah, let's give you +1, which
I needed
looks
that. Thank you.
yeah, it looks like
Yeah.
nice. Um,
Ooh.
so the game text is they'll do it, but only if you do something for them right now to show you mean it. But I don't know. I think the RP counts as the something that you'll mean, like you're showing them what you mean, right? Like um, so um, so yeah. I mean, she sees in her head your ex being burnt alive, right? That's what she sees.
Yeah, on the stake. And this idiot over here, Chucklebutt, is just laughing his head off at the sight of a burnt witch.
Oh yeah, she sees Joshua there too.
Oh
Oh
no!
no.
But
Uh,
at least she can feel the love that Solomon used to have for her. Like she can, without anyone even saying anything, she knows how much this woman means to Solomon.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And also how serious Josh is about pact breaker. Teaching
Yes,
him,
Hmm.
you
yes.
know, this is yeah.
Um, so she kind of looks at you sympathetically, and and she says, "Well, look here, I'm not trying to, I'm not trying to get in conflict with y'all, and but at this point, I don't much care about the pact or being a pact breaker." She says, "Come on, come on in. Let me let me show you something."
Please do. And I work on it.
Um, cool. When
I
you
think
guys,
Izzy just like takes a few steps sideways away from Joshua while all this is happening.
So
She's
we
like
did see it.
scooting
Well, no,
on
no,
out of
you
the
guys
way.
didn't see that.
no, yeah,
She saw it in her
Oh,
head. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
oh
Oh,
right. Ah, dang. Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Never
Don't
mind
don't
then.
horribly disturb the child yet. Yet.
Ah,
Okay. Speaking of disturbed.
Yeah, so you see you see kind of like this older lady who's kind of like hunched over. Um you see um you see two other Native American people kind of behind Fran. Um and you do see a a body kind of like sit slumped over in a chair. They don't appear to be dead. Um, but yeah, it's kind of like it's a man that's wearing a cowboy hat,
Mhm.
so does the
kind
old
of
lady?
over
Sorry,
near
go
where
ahead.
the older woman is where the body is.
Okay, I just want to make sure I'm seeing the right thing though. So the older woman, is she clearly the Lechuza or?
The older woman looks different from the Lachums.
Could you repeat that? You roboted
Yeah.
out really hard there. I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry. Um, she has sustained. She does not look like the Lechuza you saw, but she definitely has some bird-like feet. That she's definitely not human.
Okay, I mean,
I think I got the gist of that. I think
yeah,
I got the
yeah.
gist
Yeah.
of that.
I just want to
Okay,
make
so
sure
but
that we're seeing what you wanted us to see.
the other two, they're alive. Or all three?
All everyone in the picture is alive.
Oh,
Yeah, the
So Josh was stabbed in a very specific spot.
mhm.
Does it correspond on that woman?
It does.
Ooh, Josh was like, it's her, and he's
Um,
like, he's not drawing weapons or anything. Oh no, actually, he probably wouldn't. It's just like start explaining what the hell is going on here.
she says, "Look what they did to my sister. Look what they did to her. They wanted the Cassidys wanted a war. They're getting one. I don't care. I don't care if it violates the Penumbral Pact.
What happened? What do you mean? They turned her into that?
They
How?
they made her into that so that she would cause enough trouble for them to have an excuse to break the treaty.
Dun dun dun.
Oh, that is some
Where's your
fucked up shit.
Where's your proof?
I don't need to prove to y'all anything.
If
how
this is
could the
as
Cassidy have turned her into this? From our this from their own like inner rages. So how could the Cassidys have done?
Look, I don't know I don't much know how they did it. I just know the end result. My sister isn't even human anymore.
we can help you if this is what the Cassidys have actually done. If what you say is true, this will come down hard on their family. But
Yeah.
we need more proof here.
Like, we want to help. We just,
We need all the information if we're going to help.
You want to help, but I say we've got this all under control.
you
You
clearly,
don't
clearly
Yeah.
have
do
this
not.
much under
No.
control. You're having people being attacked. The Cassidys are, trying to do this. What if we just help you dissolve the situation before it gets any much more worse? We might be able to break whatever magical curse has turned your sister into a Lechuza, and we can help you take down whatever idiot is currently in charge of the Cassidys. possibly. I don't know about that last one, but definitely the first part.
And you're talking about a war with the Cassidys, but if they are able to prove that you've broken the penumbral pact, you're going to have a war with all of the hunting families, the Bentons, the Lacroix. I mean, it'll be open season. There's no way. You can't win. Maybe against the Cassidys you could win, but not against all the hunting families. But if you can help
Okay,
us prove that they did it, then it would be you and those families against the Cassidys.
I think this is when I need like the manipulate someone role has already been done, but I think this is when I need you to do something to show that you mean it.
I would
So
say
what?
act under pressure, yeah, because this is more about. Oh no, I guess manipulate. Because manipulate is kind of weird. Because this is I'm not trying to be charming.
Hmm.
Well, manipulating someone isn't always about being charming, and I don't want to be too D&D 5e, but there's deception, persuasion,
Yeah, yeah,
manipulation, charm, all those things. So it's like in my mind, you can manipulate someone in a lot of different ways, and technically
yeah.
blackmail is a type of
Well,
manipulation, right? So
I want to, and obviously veto this as a keeper, but I kind of feel like this is more of almost like one of the few cases where tough could be rolled in a social
mhm.
situation. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm literally talking about the consequences and the actual physical harm that will be happening here.
Are you kicking some ass verbally?
Exactly. Thank you. Exactly. Verbally kicking some ass.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, if we can justify that through RP, then I think that's awesome.
All right. Does any of this like sway like get a bonus with swaying them
Mm, I
or
think
is it
this is a
just that we just get
pretty
to make this roll this way, so that's the bonus?
yeah, exactly. I think this is a pretty tense situation. I don't think that a bonus is applicable.
Oh man.
Oh, I, uh,
Oh no. Um,
Yeah, they don't listen. I don't think luck would be I don't want to use luck just for this.
that's fair. Yeah, she's not having it. She wants to take care of this herself, and at this point, her and her crew all have their guns drawn.
oh.
All right. No need to escalate this any further. We're gonna leave. Uh,
So, like, out of character, do you guys? We could potentially get more information from the Cassidys.
Yeah, yeah. I think we
Should
need
we
to
try
back
and
out of
speak with
here.
them?
But I also feel like maybe they don't speak for all the Kickapoo either. Maybe we should talk to the other Kickapoo.
yeah, maybe.
Mm.
But yeah, we definitely need to speak to the Cassidys. The one thing though is that I'm kind of like I don't know if I want the Cassidys to know that we know
Yeah.
yet. So I kind of feel like
Yeah,
we do want to speak to the other Kickapoo first.
Kickapoo first.
definitely,
That's a
definitely.
Hmm.
Oh, it just hit me how differently this whole thing would have gone if Patty had been here. Because Patty would have immediately been like, no, 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 we're gonna get permission for operating on their land. And then it would have gone there, and then she'd been there like, yeah, the Cassidys told us to look into this thing. I just
Oh,
figured you might want to know. Um, got problems with the Cassidys? Because I'd like to help. uh, but alas, it's just us. Anyway, uh, it's a road trip.
Okay, so you guys
On the
are
road again.
Well, yeah, I'm
backing
backing
out.
out slowly. It's like, all right, your
yeah.
quarrel is with the Cassidys, and we'll see you later.
Nice. Um, cool.
So I think it's at this point that Chloe gets a phone call and she kind of walks off to take it. She's speaking in hushed tones and then she comes back and she says, "Guys, I'm so sorry to do this, but I have to go."
Yeah, maybe we've already seen this happen before in the past.
Hmm.
Like, we know that you've got other things going on, so it's kind of like, oh, geez, the timing, but we totally get it.
Yeah, they
Chloe's very
understand.
secretive about stuff like that, so she kind of waves everyone goodbye. She gives some of her like leftover sauce packets to
Ooh,
everyone. She splits them up.
I grab it.
Have a good one, Chloe.
Thank you, you guys too. And she just kind of like, I don't know, maybe I'll drop her off. Then who knows?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah,
it's or
yeah.
it's like or it's like you just like walk away, and then like as they're driving away, they see like a helicopter flying
Oh
away,
yes,
and they're like, Wait, is that her? Probably not." Like
love
that kind of.
that.
Yeah.
That's better. I love
Dun dun
just
Oh
like
dun.
God, Chloe can turn into a helicopter.
Damn, that's
that's some
crazy.
use weird right there. All right, Chloe out. Bye guys.
Yep. See ya.
See ya.
See
Thanks for
ya.
Yeah, see
joining.
you.
Thank
Thanks for
Yeah, thank you a lot.
joining in.
Problem.
Oh
Before I
well, now
walk
it's
out of
just
that building,
us
though,
weirdos.
um, have we left, or can I like be the last one to walk out?
You can be the last one to walk out.
Okay, I just as we're walking out, I just want to turn to. I'm blanking on her name.
Fran.
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 Yes, thank you. Um,
Oh.
just don't think that I'm gonna let what happened to me happen to you too, and then walk out.
She just kind of tips her hat and nods, watches you guys leave.
Yeah. And maybe that's that whole memory that you gave her is the reason why she's letting us go. Because,
Hmm.
yeah.
I sort of get that feeling.
Yeah, full disclosure, that was going to be like a combat situation. So yeah,
Yay.
I think that avoided that.
His doll.
Yeah. Thank you. Good
Good
job,
job.
Well,
Solomon.
that
Good
could have
job.
gone better,
Could have gone worse.
Mm-hmm.
guess. Ugh, what a mess.
What a
So are
nice
we?
conversation.
So, kickapoo time.
Kickapoo time.
Yeah,
Oh, go for it.
let's go there.
Make sure
What
that
was that?
slide's
They
ready.
had like a spokesperson in San Antonio?
No, it's actually so the Kickapoo.
There he goes again.
Texas. So pretty.
Yeah, your
That
connection
was
kind
very
of.
robotic again.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry guys.
No worries. So, we just heard
Um,
kickapoo. And then after
yeah.
that,
Oh, that's all I said. Kickapoo. No. The Kickapoo have their own sort of. You see on the map down at the very very south end.
Yeah, yeah.
They have their own little territory. Kind of. It's a rural area. Um, and yeah, they kind of have their own like. It's. I don't know. I know not everyone's from the U.S., but like basically Native Americans here have like their own little sovereign areas that they're allowed to practice their own government um, with while still being protected by the United States of America or whatever. Um, so there is like a community center that they've built, but it's like in the middle of like a very rural area.
okay.
Mm.
But yeah,
Well,
Chairman Gonzalez is like the guy that is sort of like the he's the head government official of this area, and you also know him to be in the know as far as the pact goes.
Got it.
right, right.
Chairman Gonzalez, Joshua Benton. Maybe you know my family. Does he?
Wait,
Hi,
do we want to talk to that guy though? Is that
Yeah, I mean, I think that this is it's urgent enough when you've got a family that's willing to, Fran wants to go to war with the Cassidys. I mean, I
Yeah.
think this is at the point that we have to, you know.
Yeah, I guess that's true. All right, all right. Carry on.
So hopefully you're
he says
familiar with my Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
he says yes, I am familiar with the Bentons. I can't say I have had most many dealings with them, but I am aware of their organization. I'm pleased to make your acquaintance, Joshua.
You as well, and I wish that it were under better circumstances, but obviously you've heard of the disappearances that have occurred.
Disappearances. I'm sorry. I have not.
Oh, and so I pull out my phone and I just like show him the articles. All these missing people, claw marks on doors, all this stuff.
Mm, yes, yes. I've heard a little bit about these instances, although I'm not sure um how it has anything to do with us. It's very tragic that it's happening.
It's because of Fran and her sister. Her sister was turned into a lechuza. The lechuza killed all of these people. She claims that it's a plan by the Cassidys to pin you all as pact breakers. And if so, Fran is falling right into it. She wants the Kickaboo to go to war with the Cassidys. And we're here trying to stop that.
More or
Oh,
less.
oh,
Yeah.
oh, oh my, oh my God. I mean, I haven't heard from Fran in a little while. I can't believe she would be involved in something like that.
Well, she looks a little hot headed, or seems a little hot headed.
Very much so.
Well, what proof do you have that she's caught up in this?
Just call her, have her bring in her sister, and then you'll see. It's kind of hard to miss. Her sister is
I show
quite
pictures.
large and has wings.
I also show pictures of the cave and everything, so that he can see the bodies that match
Mm.
the article, and I can show him the claw marks on me, the three slashes like a talon.
Oh yeah, and we took those pictures at the Devil's Backbone.
Hmm. And I show him a Lechuza feather,
There's no way Fran could have missed that, right?
right? And I give him the feather and just say, I'm sure that you have ways to verify exactly what this feather is from.
Uh, this is this is horrible. I mean, I asked Fran about these disappearances, but she assured me that there was nothing going on. Yolanda's part of been, but it's been. Fran told me she went on a trip. I don't know what to tell you. I'm horrified.
Well, she's in full on vengeance mode, and we don't even know if the Cassidys are even truly behind this. Because I can't think, as much as the Cassidys may not be my favorite hunting family, they know the dangers of breaking the pact. Why would they do this in such a fashion, especially when the victims, they had to have known the victims would be other Cassidys? I think something else is going on here.
Well, the um, current acting leader of the Cassidy family, he approached me not too long ago about renegotiating our treaty that we had signed, or that our families had signed generations ago. And I mean, I told him that I couldn't possibly. It's too the meaning of it still holds true today. So I'm not sure. Maybe they want a way out of this treaty. Although he seemed very polite to me in our dealings.
With the way that this has been, all this has gone down, this could mean the complete erasure of their family. I can't imagine they would do this to themselves. And as I say this, David Kisika, is he there too, or who's that?
He he is in the building, but maybe not necessarily in this conversation.
Okay. Whatever treaty that you, or the treaty that you two have had, has served you all for generations. Why would they want to overturn all of that now? It doesn't make sense to me. Can you give us more information on Fran? Was there something that occurred with her and specific Cassidy members in the past, or her sister.
Um, Fran, Fran has been our our hunter in the Devil's Backbone um, for a long time since she was very young. I can't say that she likes the Cassidys very much, but I don't know that I have any specific run-ins in mind.
Do you know of anyone who might know her better?
Um, yes, there's someone close by that is not a hunter, but he's sort of um, a shaman of sorts. He Many of us have left our spiritual roots behind, but David knows all of the he knows as much about the history of our tribe. So you should talk to David.
All right, let's talk to him.
Let's have a talk with David.
So he calls David kind of into his office, um, and and David sits down and says, "Hey, what can I do for you folks?"
I don't know. I missed some of what you said, but does he know about the Penumbral Pact as well, or
David does, yeah.
okay?
He's just a spiritual expert of sorts.
So I just kind of give him the too long didn't read version of everything I told Chairman Gonzalez, but then
Right.
also add to the end. We need to know if Fran or her sister or anyone close to her had any connections with the Cassidy family, or if there's someone that had bad blood within your own tribe with her.
Um, Fran, quite frankly, did not like the Cassidys at all. She she was very big on trying to call them when they were breaking the terms of our, our treaty. She confided in me many times that she did not like the Cassidys.
Given what's occurring here, though, if uh, I'm just trying to articulate this well. David, do you think that the Cassidys would risk destroying their own family just to spite Fran and or the Kickapoo in general? Do you really feel like they would do such a thing?
I I do not. I don't think that at all. I mean, I don't understand why they would want that as a family. It's I don't know. It maybe it's possible that one of them would, or someone would go rogue. But
Who out of the Cassidys do you feel like would be the most to do such a thing?
Hmm. Yeah.
um, the the boy Chase is a hothead and distrustful, but I don't see him doing anything like this. I don't know. I've always had a bad feeling about his father, though.
Why?
He just I just get I just get an overly friendly vibe from him sometimes. I haven't met him very often, but
When you
um
say overly friendly, do you mean friendly in a way that feels fake? and deceptive, or maybe that's just his actual personality and, you know, there's something else going on.
I I don't know. I'm all for being polite and hospitable, but sometimes I feel like he's being deceptive, yes.
Hmm, gotcha.
But I don't know. Maybe I'm just reading too much into the situation.
Well, you should probably really talk to Fran.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. If she's this is the chairman speaking at this point. It's like if she is doing as you say, it's I don't know what her plan could be. But David says David kind of has an epiphany, and he says, "Oh, since last time I spoke with Fran, I've had a book missing from my things about old dark rituals.
Do you think there a way that we may be able to reverse the curse of the Lechuza? In parentheses with big magic.
It's absolutely possible, but I would need the help of someone with considerable magical talents.
Ooh, I point to Solomon and to Izzy. What we have, and I myself am not too shabby, thanks to my family.
I don't want to brag, but I kind of turned myself immortal, so, you know, I'm kind of a big deal.
Well, I mean, it sounds like we have what we need. I can bring my things. I'm not much good in a fight though. I would need to someone to protect me while I prepare the ritual.
Wait,
And
protect you from what? I mean, we're trying to help Fran too. She doesn't want her sister to be a Lechuza. We can reverse the curse regardless
Hey,
of who did it.
hey, Joshua,
well,
I think you missed the part where the book is missing. I think there's a decent chance that Fran turned her own sister.
Ooh, my eyes go wide at that. Oh no.
well, regardless of how Fran reacts to us doing this, I will need to be close enough to the Lechuza to where I will be in danger.
Right, it has no loyalties, eh?
Yeah.
Right, right. Well, I'm not much good at protecting people, but you know.
I mean, I am, but I need to heal up a little bit
I
more.
can help restrain it in a variety of different ways.
Oh yeah,
The only
that's
question
probably a good
is
idea.
from outside, and I'm not totally sure that I could um, handle both an restraint of a inside target while protecting us from outside dangers.
Well, if you can protect David, I'll protect you.
Sounds good.
Okay. And then Chairman Gonzalez says that he will do everything he can to call Fran and her people and get them to stand down.
We could use some backup. You know, I was actually thinking of calling the Cassidys, but that might make things way
That will make things way
yeah,
worse.
way too volatile. But at least if she could see that, more of your people are with us, that may help.
Hmm.
Perhaps.
And yes, he says yes. I don't have anyone here I can send with you other than David. I don't want to endanger anyone who can't hold their own. But like I said, I'll I'll call the hunters that are supposed to be up there in the area, and they'll help you. They'll listen to me.
Before we head out, do you happen to have any special remedies for wounds such as these? And I'm turning to David, and he can see the Lechuza claw marks.
Mm. Um, yes, I think I have an old remedy that I can just fix up for you really quickly. Um, and he is able to heal you from one harm, so
Thank
not
you.
much, but I'll give you that freebie.
Hmm. Good shit.
Whoops. There we go.
Okay. Are we heading back to Fran's shack?
Yeah, I guess
I
Yeah.
so.
think it's time.
Yeah.
Awesome. Um, just, so when you arrive back at the shack, outside actually is are the two hunters that were with Fran before.
Hmm.
And they kind of greet you guys, and they say, "Hey, we got a call from the chairman. Fran had us under the belief that this was all part of the chairman's plan. We didn't realize that this was just her going, going off like this. You guys have our full support."
Hmm. That's awfully convenient. I'll take it.
I look at David. Does this look genuine to him? I mean, he knows his own people.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So we think that we can break the curse, but we think that this was something. Or actually, no, Joshua. I would look to Izzy and say, Izzy brought up a good point earlier. This may be Fran's ultimate goal of gaining revenge, and she used her own sister. Maybe she's the one who created this curse. David's book on dark rituals is missing.
One of the men speaks up, and she says, "No, Fran loves her sister. She wouldn't do anything like that. But um, the ritual she's performing is on the Cassidy boy. I mean, he's in there right now.
Wait, what?
What?
Yeah, yeah, y'all should get in there. She's aiming to possess him, to bring him under their control, so they can make it look like the Cassidys
Pact
uh
breaker!
are attacking they're going to make it look like the Cassidys are trying to attack the Kickapoo tribe directly.
Ah,
Jeez.
all right. Let's head in.
All right, you
Fran,
first.
stop!
um Fran cocks her rifle, and says, "I told you, if these Cassidys want a war, they can have it. Look what like I said, look what they did to my sister.
We can
I'm gonna
reverse the
control
curse. We can
I'm
take
gonna
the curse
control this
away.
narrative."
Do you want your sister to be healed? We can remove the curse. But before we can do that, you need to calm down. And I look to David. David, talk some sense into her. You know that you can do this. You can heal. We can work together.
He says, he says, Fran, it's true. Look, I mean, I'm here. I know how to. These people are going to help me reverse this curse on your sister. Um, and she like looks. She starts to come around. And looking at you guys, she's like, "You guys can do that."
We literally told you earlier last time we were here that it's likely a possibility. I'm sorry, but come on, woman. I get it. You're in a tough position. You're in a really stressful time. But what you are doing to hurt someone else is unnecessary and harmful and showing that you are no better than them. Let's fix your sister and let this kid go. He might be an asshole, I don't know, but
And maybe when your sister has been returned to her true self and mind, we can find out
mhm,
who actually did this to her.
mhm, absolutely.
So she ushers you guys inside, but she's like, I mean, it might be too late. I mean, do what you can, but
And where's Chase, by the way, at this point? Where's okay? And
yeah,
can he speak? Chase, do you know anything about this?
he is unconscious, and
Oh,
the humanoid version of the Lechuza is performing some kind of a ritual um on him.
hey,
And
stop! Whatever. What's his sister's name?
Yolanda is what they said.
Yolanda. We can help you. David's here. He can give you some moisturizer.
she she does not she does not seem to acknowledge you guys. She turn well, okay, no, she turns, but she doesn't seem to like hear your words. Um, and in fact, she starts to she hunches over, and you start to actually see her um vomit, just like a black sludge. Um, and as she does this, she starts to transform back into the form that you saw in the cave.
All right, bind her, guys. Bind her with your magic.
And yeah, David starts to set up his materials over by the door, um, and he beckons for you guys' help.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I'll help him with that and leave the binding to Solomon for now.
Sure. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and try to start putting together creating a bit of an ice wall. Nothing tall, but in a circle around her
Oh, remember
with,
she can fly, so
but we're also in a room.
yes, okay.
So it doesn't have to be too tall, but it also doesn't have to be, you know, actually, that's a good question. How tall is the room?
It is not very tall. I mean, it's like a
It's a
regular.
house, right?
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
There may be an attic based on the outside structure, but as far as what you're seeing, it's basically just like a one story, dilapidated, like outdated house.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, so it'll be an ice wall that's in a circle on the floor around her, about like 2 feet high, and it has the hot sauce sort of mixed in to the ice. So let me
Maybe it's even
roll.
gripping her too.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. So I do that.
So so you are using the ice to hold her in place.
Yeah, and the way it's specifically phrased is if I'm using a wall with the frost ice method, I it doesn't well no, I have to actually hit her with the an attack. So I'm gonna just it's like an ice patch of spikes underneath her, I guess then to attack her. Um, and you sort of see this like projectile of like ice come from my hand and then hit the ground and sort of blast out a very tiny bit like into her feet kind of thing to hold her down. Um, and that's 2 harm restraining.
Okay. Awesome.
And it is magic, so it goes through armor unless she has magical armor.
Yes, and this is with the chili shards.
Good shit.
Nice. Okay, so David begins his ritual. He needs, let's see, what am I going to require for the big magic? So it's going to require um, a few, I would say, 3 rounds of him, doing the incantations and being undisturbed. Um,
Mhm.
he needs at least one of the magic users to infuse his, because he knows these rituals of his people's culture, but he does not he doesn't have a lot of experience casting magic himself, so he needs someone to use magic. Um,
Hmm.
and let's see. And I will say that he just needs to use the he actually has to use the uh, Taco Bell packets in his
Mm.
little tinctures that he's cooking up while this is going on.
Oh, for
So
crying out loud.
there you go. Who is up next?
Well, I'll now that she's restrained, I'm going to pull uh, Chase away from her, and yeah, I'm not necessarily going to attack right now. I just want to get him to safety, unless she lashes out. But I mean, I think that she's stuck, so she can't get me. Yeah.
Correct. Yeah,
All right. So I'm not doing
she's
anything to
stuck
her.
and preoccupied, like trying to break free. Um, but so when you're grabbing Chase, um, you see that he has like colored clay kind of rubbed on his face and in these specific markings. Um, and yeah, actually, since you guys left and came back from the Kickapoo place, they were able to complete this ritual, and Kid Curry Chase here uh, wakes up, but you can tell he's not himself. Um, and he's gonna swipe at you with his knife.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll
God
roll kick some
dang.
ass then.
I guess we'll have to kill him.
Or at least just immobilize him a bit.
Just a
Yeah.
little bit of kill.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what Joshua would do in this situation. Yeah, it would be with the dagger. All right.
We should just lasso him. That always works.
Okay, so you rolled a 9, which means you do harm to each other. But with the knife, it's just 1 harm, right?
Yes. Phew. All right. But I do 2 harm to him.
Okay.
Snap out of
Hey,
it.
Is that one harm before or after armor?
Before. I do too because I've got a skill that bumps it up.
Ooh, nice.
Plus two. Um,
I'm not trying to kill him. I'm not going for like. It was more just a slash to try to block his slash. So I cut him across
Mm.
the
r-
arm.
right. And Fran calls out. She's like, if it was Yolanda that cast the spell on Chase. If you turn her back to normal, the spell should be undone.
Also checks out.
Um, can I both help with the magic and like cast my own magic? Like, does he need me to do my thing the entire time, or do I just need to like seal it with a final use magic at the end?
I think that's it. I think you need a final use magic at the end, but right now, you just need to protect him.
Okay. Well then. The protecting thing is really more Joshua's thing, so I'm gonna try to use magic to at least like break the mind control on Chase by like uh yeah, you know what? I'm gonna um like quickly grab some of the hot sauce, um draw some symbols on my shotgun, and then shout some magic words while blasting Chase Cassidy with just the hot sauce shell that I got. The idea is that since the hot sauce is a weakness for the um, I forgot what it's called already.
Lechuza?
Lechuza.
Yeah.
The Lechuza, that it's also like a bane for its magic, and I hope to use my own magic in conjunction with that to break the mind control.
Mm.
Can I try that? Is that valid?
You're shooting it with your shotgun.
I think.
Yeah,
I
with
think
the
he's
hot
trying to.
sauce
Yeah, I think he's
shell.
trying to flavor the magic with this sort of attack. So
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it is
yeah.
still just to use magic. Gotcha.
It
Okay,
is
cool.
still
Yeah,
just magic.
I like that.
All right. So,
whew.
woof, an 8. So that means there's a glitch. I choose the glitch. So yeah, the effect is obviously banish a curse from person, and
Maybe the recoil with your small body, you slam yourself into the wall to take harm. Maybe
recoil
you,
from the
That's
hot
flavorful.
sauce.
yeah, like you lift
From the
off your
shotgun.
feet, yeah, because you're like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Sure, that works. Take one harm, ignore armor.
Yeah, I like that.
I just
Um,
realized that like the move I have that reduces harm is not armor technically, so this would protect me, but I'm fine if we say no to that.
yeah,
Mm.
I think the glitch takes priority over that, just from
Yeah.
a balance perspective.
Yeah,
And
right.
as far as I understand, all damage reducing effects count as armor. Is that the case?
Oh, is that so? I don't know. I think it would
That's what I
say.
had. That's what I understood.
I think it
sounds
would
right to
say
me.
it's armor,
But just in
but yeah,
terms of the role playing the situation, I think 1 point should still happen.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know,
Yeah,
There should be consequences for a glitch.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he wakes up and looks around. And he's like, "Oh, what, what the hell? Where am I?"
Chase, it's a long story, but we need your help. If that thing gets breaks free, protect this man. We're trying to break a curse to save your family.
Oh, God damn it! All right. And who's who's up next? Oh, I guess it's just the three of you, so it's a new round,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, at the top of the round, the Lechuza's like trying to break itself free from the ice, and it's almost succeeding, but not quite.
Mm.
Um,
I'm so glad I took the ice in the end.
Yeah, it's very handy.
Indeed.
So I'm just readying myself to protect these guys.
Okay.
cool.
Duly noted. So let's see. What can I do here? I'm gonna see if I can help in any way with the ritual to accelerate the Lechuza. Accelerate the ritual to decurse the Lechuza.
Right. Yeah, I'll allow you to help out, but probably plus weird here.
Oh,
Oh, can I do an assistance roll then? Since I'm not really trying to fight this thing off, I'm kind of staying close to Solomon.
Sure.
All right. So I'll do an actual like help out roll, just kind of encouragement. This is your thing, Solomon. You can do it. Rah rah.
Well, and then maybe like David hands you like something to mix together, like two different powders, and you can help out that way.
hmm.
Oh,
Ooh,
so I don't help out,
Unfortunate.
you
but at
don't
least it
help out.
doesn't make anything bad happen. So thankfully.
That's true. This is very true. All right. Well, I rolled before I knew that you're going to do the help out. Do you want me to roll again, or do you want to use that 8?
Oh, it makes
No,
more
I'll
sense
use.
just to keep the roll.
Yeah,
Okay.
just keep the
Yeah.
roll.
So that's all right. Cool. So
Um, so you grant them a plus one, but you also expose yourself to trouble or danger. Um,
it's fine with me.
and yeah, I'll say that the Lechuza is going to use its like wings attack again. Um, and so like everybody takes one harm, which you might not take, and you're knocked over. Um, but yeah, someone's gonna need to help David stay like
Oh, I
basically
was
protect
like
him from the.
prepared like to be there to keep him steady.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, so I'll say that you took the brunt of that from him.
Yeah, awesome.
And that was kind of your help. That was the consequence for your mess help thing. So yeah, I since ritual, Izzy can do your use magic, complete the ritual here.
Hell yeah. So I get back on my feet and yeah, do my part in that thing. Let's see. Fingers crossed. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
I know a thing or two about magic.
Indeed, you do, my friend.
Yeah, good work. So in dramatic fashion, the all of the markings on the ground that David had been drawing start to glow and hum, and the lechuza screeches as it slowly starts to transform back into a woman, and she is obviously not wearing anything. So like Fran like puts it quickly moves to put like a towel around her and like kind of embraces her and like says like oh my god, I can't believe this worked. I'm so sorry I let that happen to you. um And yeah, you guys successfully um, healed the Lechuza back into Yolanda.
Yolanda, who did this to you? Do you remember who cursed you?
Um, she looks up. She looks up and says, uh, "I was taken by one of the Cassidys. Matthew. Matthew took me.
What? And I look at Chase. What's going on here? Did you know about this?
Look, I had no idea. Look, my father's not. My father has wanted to undo this treaty for a long time, but I didn't think he'd ever do something like this.
Why does he want the treaty? Why does he want it changed or broken? That doesn't make any sense. What does he gain from that?
He gains more territory, more places to hunt, more things to for him to put on his trophy wall.
And at that, Josh was just so disgusted at this trophy hunting versus just trying to uphold the pack. It's like this whole thing of sport versus duty, and he's just, ugh.
Well, what did he actually do? Like, what exactly happened?
Um, Yolanda doesn't really want to talk about that. She basically was just like tortured until like her
Uh,
hatred took over. Um,
okay, well,
Wow.
Chase, we need to have a talk with your dad. And you can obviously tell she's telling the truth. And look what
yeah,
happened to her.
no, no, of course you have mine, and honestly, the rest of my family's full cooperation. Especially if especially if Misplace when Misplace finds out about this, Dad'll be ousted from the family before he can even utter a word.
Not sure I trust that.
All right, well, let's we need to catch Matthew Cassidy if that's even possible.
I mean, right now, what does he know? Probably not a lot.
Yeah, let's roll in fast and before he can do anything and just look like we're just there to get more information.
Yeah. All right, Chase, you're with us, but don't say anything. Um, if you warn this guy and he gets away, I'm gonna be very very cross with you. Listen, I think I just cracked the rib, so I'm already pretty grumpy.
Do liches feel pain?
We do, in fact, yes.
Okay. Glad we
Not a
figured that
lot,
one
but
out.
you know,
Hmm.
sometimes.
Sometimes. I get that.
All right. So yeah, you guys get back to the Cassidy mansion, and Matthew's actually sitting out on the front porch, drinking a whiskey.
God,
He
this
says
bastard.
says, "Oh, howdy, y'all. I hope you did solve this horrible mystery. I'm ready to put all this back in the past."
I'm just trying to think how, how we're going to say this. Um, yeah, I guess I'm just going to go for it and just say, you know, by the Penumbral Pact, you have been charged as pact breaker and must appear before a tribunal. And we have your son here, Chase, as a witness to your crimes of transforming Yolanda into Lechuza, trying to start a war between the Kickapoo and your family. And for the sake of your family, you should come to trial instead of it being placed on your entire family as pact breakers.
Oh, now hold on now, Chase. You'd better get these people out of here. If they haven't finished the job, then I think they should go.
Oh, we have
Oh,
finished it all right. I very
there's no more
demonstratively load
Lechuza.
my shotgun.
Yeah.
Lechuza, the Lechuza doesn't exist anymore.
And not only have we finished, but you are done. Dun dun dun.
when his when his son doesn't um when his son doesn't turn around to like uh face you guys, in fact he just like keeps looking at his dad like like in a very like just with a very meaningful look on his face. um it kind of becomes apparent that like he gets up from his porch and just starts like firing his pistol at you guys and like starting to run away.
Oh
Oh
gosh.
shit!
Okay. I'm gonna try to shoot him in the leg to hobble him
All right.
with a hot sauce lace crossbow bolt for maximum pain.
Oh, that is nasty. That oh, I think
Yikes!
we're gonna have to take Josh in and present him at the court at Den Haag.
Yeah, yeah.
Nice. Oh yeah, and even has the tag slow, so that works. Yeah, so he takes the harm. Oh, I don't have this set up. One
Well,
second.
that tag is more for my weapon itself, but I'll take it.
Oh no, that makes sense. Yeah, but no, you hit him in the leg, so it makes sense.
Feel the burn. Even though Matthew's like, what?
Yeah, and it stings extra hard. Let's see. Apologies for not being ready here.
Stop him! Stop him!
But he's gonna hit you with one of his pistol shots
Oof.
Christ.
for 2 harm.
I well,
And
back
he's
to
like
unstable we go.
No, I've got armor on.
All right.
and he's
Josh has
hobbled, but
gone through worse.
he's making a move towards the stables they have on the property. He's like he's starting to like make his way there, but he's hobbled and he's slowed.
Izzy, scare the horses off so he doesn't get a ride.
I mean, I've got a much better idea, and I just, since he's hobbled, I just catch up to him and I put 2 shotgun shells in him.
Nice.
Because
Roll
I just
kick-
like, oh god, he's shooting at me.
Awesome. Roll, kick some ass.
And I have since fixed my macro. Oh jeez. Well, that's 3 harm close.
I mean, it works.
Yeah. It works,
It's
but it
weird,
also
but it
works back
works.
on me.
Ha!
3 harm, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's gonna hit you with his pistol as well. So take 2 harm as you run up to him.
Freeze him,
Oh,
Solomon.
My
Come on,
god,
Bob.
why do my bars keep disappearing? Ugh.
Oh,
Actually-
Shane, you have to make sure that you link the token to his sheet.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
yeah. You should probably like pick one of the tokens in in one of the other areas, and link that back.
Gotcha. Oh, gotcha. Understood. Let's see. I don't see your character. Oh, wait, there it is. Sorry. All right, there. That should work.
Nice.
Yay!
So
Um,
I'm at 2 now.
Actually, no. Instead of taking that harm, what he's gonna do is, since you ran right up to him and he's like starting to fail at his escape, he's gonna like grab you and put his. We're gonna get real western with it
Oh
here.
no!
He's gonna grab you and put his revolver up to your head and just look at all of you and say, "All right, now, nobody else has to get hurt. I just want to ride free of this place." And
Ah,
he's like
just shoot
backing
him.
up slowly.
Just shoot him. Just go right through me. Come on, I can take it. Kill this fuck. Kill him.
Hmm.
Yeah, Solomon, do you have anything to do here?
Hmm. Oh, I'm thinking about how I want to do it because I had the funny idea of well, actually, I probably can still do this. Um. So we already determined that I can use more than one effect on a base, right? We had this discussion the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah,
And
that should be a thing that
it should
works.
be a thing that works? Okay. So I happen to have both lightning and ice. And I'm going to fire off like uh, a shard of ice that's like a nice solid ice shard, like almost as long as a forearm or something like that. Huge shard that's just crackling with electricity on the inside, somehow magically trapped in this lance of ice. Just flung right at his head.
Whoa! We're not trying to kill him. Remember? I mean, he's the head of a
Oh, that's
family.
a very fair point.
Yeah, we're
Uh,
just trying to,
I'm
bring him to
sorry,
trial.
Mr. Pact Breakers, don't.
Well, remember, they go to trial, which is when she was charged and then burned at the stake. It's
That's
the
true,
proper way
but
to
he's
do it.
resisting arrest, taking a hostage, and further attacking another person.
I mean, he needs to be made an example of, like,
That's
with a
valid.
broader
With a
audience.
broader audience. Okay, well, I'm just gonna try and but he's got he's got uh. Oh, this makes him Izzy right in front.
Well,
This
what
makes things
if
harder.
you froze his, like, shot ice at his hands, froze it so he can't pull the trigger?
Oh, that's a very good point. Okay, well, I'll do that then. I won't do my crazy lightning ice spear then.
That was pretty cool, though, but
It
oh
was
my
pretty cool.
gosh, like, just like impale this guy. His head's just. Man, Josh
No,
would be the one, like, whoa.
he's taken my student as a hostage. Like, oh my goodness.
That is so rude.
Exactly. All right. Well, I'll just try and freeze his hand, um, with the simple icicle.
Nice.
Bam. Hand frozen.
Would you mind if I flavored this a different way, just for?
But of course, flavor
Okay,
away. Give me the
cool.
spice.
So you fire this ice at him, and he has an immediate reaction. Um, Starts to shoot your friend Izzy. But you actually froze what you shot ice at his gun in a way
Yeah.
that jams it. And so
Oh,
like he pulls the trigger, but there's not a gunshot, and like
I
his
like that.
gun is just jammed, and he's kind of like all of a sudden very vulnerable.
Mhm.
Oh, I think this is the perfect time for Izzy to just pick him up and slam him into a wall, because Izzy has monstrous strength, as it turns out.
Nice.
Amazing.
Just gonna suplex this guy. I don't know how much damage that would be, but it's mostly the whole restraining part that counts.
Yeah. Roll kicks mass.
Ooh, we hear the John Cena!
There we go.
Yeah, and you hit him. Actually, you just slam him against the wall with enough force to like knock him unconscious. Like he does not have monstrous strength. But
Yes.
and and that's yeah, that's it. You can bring him in.
Yeah, thank you for tempering my anger and rage. I appreciate that one.
Thank you, Chase. I know this isn't easy to see that your own father would do this and be a pact breaker. The
Yeah, I
charges are.
think I'm gonna. Oh, sorry.
Oh,
Sorry.
go ahead.
I thought you were done. My bad. No, no, it's fine. It's
Uh,
fine.
I was just gonna say the charges are serious, but I promise he'll get a fair trial.
Oh yeah. I'll just performatively kick you in the stomach and go. You are so lucky I was out of bullets. You shit.
So with all the commotion, I unfortunately don't have a token for her, but Etta Place, who is the real head of this family, comes out of the house and says, what's going on here?
I've launched into a long tirade about everything that has occurred and how this man tried to bring your family into conflict with the Kickapoo and could have gotten your entire family labeled as pact breakers.
Yeah, and she looks at Chase and says like, is this true? And he just kind of nods his head with, a sad look in his eyes, um and she says, look, I can't thank y'all enough. Get him out of here. This is a obviously a disgrace. I don't really have anything else to say.
Thank you for understanding the gravity of the situation.
Yeah, I'll just like throw him over my shoulder and this guy who's probably twice my size and just walk off.
Yeah, she's just like, I thank you for bringing this to light. I'm sorry y'all got mixed up in this.
That's what we're here for, to uphold the pact.
Well, technically, he's also the guy who got us mixed up in this, so you know.
um, cool. Yeah, that's all I had for you guys.
Oh, well,
So
as we're driving with this guy and we're maybe going to the airport and whatnot, we've got a private airfield or whatever thanks to my family, but I bring the car to a screeching halt because there is a lemonade stand on the side of the road, and I reach out and get lemonade and hand it once again with the backwards around the seat, hand off to Izzy and just say, "Nice work."
Ah,
nice.
thank you.
Good
It's a big
job, kiddo.
gesture. That's a big gesture from Joshua.
It
Oh, it
Yeah,
is.
really is.
seriously. He's growing soft.
Had it been any other monstrous, but one that's like a 14-year-old kid who's actually 14 and likes lemonade and Charmander mass, yeah, he's going to be a little soft. But yeah, and then, you know, drive off into the sunset with the Western
And
music in the background. Da-dang. Yay.
Nice work,
Ah,
everybody.
Yeah, nice adventure.
yeah,
Thank
that was
you.
really good.
yeah,
That was
good
really
stuff.
fun.
I
That
was
was good.
definitely on my toes trying to wonder what was going on here. Yeah. I totally was convinced that Fran was the one who did it after Izzy mentioned that.
Yeah,
You know, her.
but it turned out to not be quite that simple.
It
Yeah,
totally
I
would have made sense, though. Her desire for revenge was that strong.
Hmm.
I mean, once again, it's the case of we've seen people do stupid things for less, and obviously the person doing stupid things for less was Mr. Cassidy over here. So
Yeah,
Also,
man.
hey, great teamwork.
Yes,
yeah,
absolutely.
yeah.
it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So we let's see. Did I didn't make a slide like Joshua does with the or Tommy does with the end of session experience, but did we conclude the current mystery?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Uh, did you save someone from certain death or worse?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh,
I would
way
Chase.
say
worse.
Yeah.
tenfold. Yeah. Did we learn something new and important about the world?
Yeah.
Yeah, quite a bit about the Cassidys and the
Hmm.
this region of the world. And then did we learn something new and important about one of the hunters?
Yeah, Chloe.
Yeah. So
Chloe.
yeah,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
learn about her
Right. Right.
partner.
Yeah,
Right.
the partner
Yeah.
who. Yep.
Yeah. That. Oof. Yeah.
And we also, I mean, on top of that, just that Joshua is not the monster-hating monster that a lot of people think he is, or maybe
Yes,
he
for
maybe he
sure.
normally is actually, but Izzy just happens to be in a form that doesn't trigger all of that.
Nastiness. Yeah.
So yeah, everyone marks 2 experience from the end of session
Woohoo!
XP.
Neato.
That's a level up.
Yeah, same here. Boop boop.
I would love to stick around and talk about things, but I do have to be at work in an hour, so I need to start getting ready.
Unfortunate. Go get your
Mm.
stuff
Um,
done, my dude.
Yeah.
uh,
Thanks again for keeping. It's great.
Yeah,
Mm.
thank you for
yeah,
giving me a chance to be on this side of the GM screen. And
absolutely. I appreciate you guys being patient with me. I know I'm still working out the kinks as far as running online games, but I hope to do more and get better at them. And if anyone has any constructive criticism, please let me know because, like I said, I
oh, dude,
would
I'll
love that.
I'll I'll share the Google document. I've been marking them along the whole way, so you'll see. I'm kidding.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, I have an itemized list.
Yeah, let me
I was like
share this with you.
I was like a
Five
little bit
counts
extra,
of
but
not
okay.
making
You can
five
turn,
counts of not making the moves hard enough.
yeah,
Right,
you can
right.
take these lemons and make some lemonade. But on that note, yeah, join us next week for the next adventure that I'll be keeping for, and that will be oh my gosh, I'm blanking out on the name. Jeez, that's crazy. Oh, White
White
Rabbit.
Rabbit.
Yes,
Yeah.
White
Yeah,
Rabbit.
yeah.
Right, White
Rabbit.
Rabbit.
Mm-hmm.
So
San
join us next
Fran.
week. Yeah, in San Fran with the Penumbral Pact. And thank you, Shane/Ian, for keeping. Next time.
Absolutely. Thanks, everybody.
Bye.